from the dying channel studios of Arizona. Conor is ready to run over Michael Chandler, plus UFC 286. Edwards versus Usman 3. Care or don't care? Let's talk about everything with the MMA-Holes. Hello, welcome to our Wednesday night show. Hopefully everyone is wonderful. We're here, we're live in the beautiful living room. We got the poster up for UFC 286 that's happening on Saturday. It's early in the day, so set your alarm clocks or put it on your calendar. We'll be live for that event, and hit the notification bell to the MMA-Holes YouTube channel. Tonight's going to be a spectacular show. We have the media scrum happen today with these boys, so I'm going to pull some clips from those people talking to the media. We're going to discuss. We're going to see if we can lean in a direction of which fighter is going to win, so we can help you out with your bets and predictions and picks and whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Conor McGregor stopped by ARIEL Helwani late on the show today. So I guess he was hanging around the studio. He was in New York. I saw him on the Ranger at the Ranger game last night. I was like, well, it was very strange. I'm sitting there watching the Rangers beat the Capitals. Let's go.
Wonderful.
And as I'm watching this, I see Conor in the crowd. I'm like, what's going on here? And then there's a little scuffle on the ice, and Conor's doing the shadow box. I'm like, what is going on here? It's a bizarro world. And he got a pretty nice ovation from the crowd, Conor. He's trotting around. It looks like they finished filming the Tough season that him and Chandler were coaching on. So I guess that's going to drop very soon. And Conor McGregor goes on ARIEL Helwani, and he said a lot of interesting things in a short amount of time. They had to kick him out quick, so I'm sure ARIEL had a lot more questions to ask, but didn't get a chance to do that. So we're going to listen to some of those clips, and we're going to try to figure out, is Conor going to beat Michael Chandler? Is he going to run him over like he pretty much says he's going to do? A lot of people are scratching their head, and they're like, which McGregor's going to show up off of a big injury? But Conor looks like he's very confident and ready to roll. We were supposed to have Terrence McKinney on the show tonight. It was a late request. I tried to get him on because of all the craziness that has been happening. So we touched base. He agreed, but then something came up, so he couldn't come on tonight. But that we're going to get Terrence McKinney on the show because of all the craziness that is going on in the YouTube world.
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking up.
So, yeah, so that's the thing. How's everyone doing in the chat? Let's have a little fun tonight. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. And let's shout out the sponsors before I say hello to my chat. CBDX.com. The promo code is MMAHOLES for 20% off. CBDX.com. You get a gift on your first order. Must be 21 plus or older to purchase. Underwear. Do you need some undies? Everyone needs underwear. I mean, you can't be wearing the same holy underwear over and over again, that dirty, stinky, smelly. Yeah, come on, change it up. Wear something nice, clean, something with a pouch in the front. Try it out for yourself. Sheath underwear. There's a link in the description. Use promo code MMAHOLES for 20% off. Head Rush, we are working with XMMA again. And that's all thanks to Head Rush. That's right. Head Rush supports the fighters, supports the MMA-Holes. They got great clothing over there. So check out the links in the description. Use promo code MMAHOLES for 20% off. And XMMA is coming up very soon, early April. So within a couple of weeks, we'll be showing the fights live on the MMA-Holes. And if you want to bet on all these fights, check out mybookie.ag. The promo code is MMAHOLES for 100% match on your first deposit. And last but not least, if you're going to buy UFC 286, use our link in the description down below. It's ESPN Plus. Everyone that purchases the pay-per-view through that link helps out the channel. So thank you to those who take the time out to click the link in our description. Thank you so much for being wonderful. Now, the 286 card is happening early. I put a poll in the chat, and I put care or don't care. 286, care or don't care. Let me pull it up over here real quick. Get your votes in, because I'm curious what you think about this. Now, this is making me feel good. because so far 72% of the community is saying that they do care. So that's good. I guess the UFC is doing the right thing. I feel very weird about this card, and I don't know if it's because maybe it's on earlier in the day, maybe because it's the third time these guys have fought. But it had a pretty exciting finish in the last fight with Leon and Kamaru. So I'm interested to see what happens. And the co-main event is fireworks with Gaethje versus Fiziev. So, I mean, it's a decent card. It's not terrible. But I'm trying to figure out if I care about it. Like I do, and I don't. It doesn't feel like a pay-per-view is coming, maybe because we just witnessed the pay-per-view, and now we're rolling into another one. It feels odd. It feels strange, everything about this. I'm glad they're showing it live. There's no tape delay or any of that stuff, because I hated when Bellator did that. But I don't know how I'm feeling about this. So let me know in the chat. Right now, it's Wednesday. We still have a couple of days before the event gets going. Do you care or do you not care? And how about I put the chat in the box over here? That would work, right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, let's get you guys up in here because you guys are the stars of the show. Pew. Here we go. Okay, I want to see Usman get revenge, his life and logic. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm with you. Like, I kind of want to see Usman get it done. I know Usman's not everyone's favorite fighter, but, you know, I don't hate him. That's going to hurt. Yes, so Life and Logic looks like you do care. Canada cares, Moss Bro. That's good. Two Joints cares. Gaethje versus Fiziev is fire. I agree. We're going to play some of his media scrum, Fiziev and Gaethje, and see if they get us even more excited. I don't care to watch Snoozman, so he doesn't like Snoozman, Marty Usman. That nickname, I feel like you guys need a new one. Like it's, I don't know. These nicknames get so old, and it's like, oh god, here we go again. Like, Usman's fighting again. Here we go with the Snoozemans. Let's see, Damn Savage Brother. What else we got in here? Two Joints, bro. It looks like everyone's saying hello to each other. Everyone's getting cozy in the chat. It's good to see. Okay, you guys having a separate conversation. Very nice. That's good. That's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, let's play this over here. Let's play this. I want to know what you guys think. We're going to jump around a little bit. So we're talking about the main event of 286, and Kamaru Usman is looking to get that belt back from Leon Edwards. But Conor McGregor goes on ARIEL Helwani, and ARIEL asks him this.
170 or 155 is the fight?
170.
Is that the new weight class?
Nah, it's not. I don't. No, I'm 170 next, man. Leave it out.
You win this fight, do you get a title shot?
Yeah, I'd like so. I would like that.
You get the win.
So he's saying 170 against Chandler, and then he's saying if you win this fight, do you get a title shot?
Winner of Leon and Kamaru?
I may be present for the card.
So Conor might be in attendance on Saturday.
This weekend?
Yeah, I had with the Black Forge. We're making moves with the Black Forge in London, and I was scheduled to go out there. So after this, Gunny's also on the card, so it'd be good to see him live.
Right.
And it'd be good to watch that welterweight title for sure.
Okay, so he's going to be watching the welterweight. He's going to have his eyes on the welterweight title. Could you imagine if Conor runs over Michael Chandler, right? So say if everything works out for the UFC and Michael Chandler just gets destroyed, and they do it at a 170 fight. Could you imagine just... Just like, not the 155-pound belt, which you probably shouldn't be getting, but you know the UFC is going to do that. We're going to move you to 170, and we're going to have you fight Kamaru or Leon. Now, I don't know if you would fight Leon, because aren't they managed by the same people? I mean, I guess money's money, belts are belts, but that's a little strange. When I was listening to this interview, Conor seemed like he was very politically correct. He was asked about the USADA testing as well. But before we get to the USADA stuff, I want to know in the chat, what do you think about Conor beating Chandler at 170, if he does beat Chandler? That's a big if, right? But say he does, and fights for the 170 welterweight belt. What do you think about that? Poll this, Conor versus Nate or Conor versus Dust. I mean, dude, everyone's going to say Nate. Rather see Leon versus McGregor. Good evening, my fellow peers. Dude Chronic, how are you? I love it, man. I fucking like it. It's just such a fucking cool feeling. Like, I feel like we opened up a bar 6.5 years ago, right? And when the show starts getting a little warmed up, everyone's saying hello to each other in the chat. It's just like it's like Norm, and everyone's like, hey, and they're giving each other hugs and kisses. It's so fascinating to see the community be so tight in the chat. It's so fucking fascinating to see. I love it. Before it wasn't like that. Everyone was just like biting each other, and all that stuff. But here's like the local bar where everyone just gets together and they're just like, hey, how's it going? What's going on, guys? Everyone's kissing each other, grabbing each other's asses. This is Cheers. Yeah, you don't remember Cheers where everyone yelled Norm when he walked in? Norm. It's like 2 joints. And then everyone's like, hey, how's it going? Let's see. Binston's like fucking on his weird. He's like the resident. He's the guy in the streets that's yelling to himself. And everyone's like, "Bro, watch out for Binston, man. That guy's a little off." Watch out for that. That's the guy that's talking to himself in the street. Irishman invading once more. I tell you what, I'm fired up, man. Listen, it's weird because I need McGregor to win. He's got to win this fight. It's very important for the UFC. It's very important for McGregor fans out there. He's got to get this dub. He doesn't get the dub, all this craziness. It's like, all right, enough's enough with McGregor. Let's move on, right? He's got to get this Chandler win. He's got the TV show coming out. I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of trash talk. He's got to get the job done. If he doesn't, here we go. It's just not. It doesn't have it anymore. He could lose this, and he could be fighting. He still has the fight with DIAZ. He still has that trilogy fight. Somehow he could still fight Poirier. Like, he could still have these fights. It's just like the more he loses, the more it's just like, do I care as much? I'm not quite sure. If Conor wins this fight against Chandler, everything's crazy again. Everything goes nuts. Everything explodes. I'm sure he's going to get on the mic and yell and scream something crazy. It's going to be nutty. And I can't help but just yearn for him to get it done here. And I would love to see that craziness happen one more time with the UFC. One more just Conor effect in the UFC. Because like John Jones coming back and getting that win was pretty cool. But then it just turned into a bunch of people that either didn't like John or Gon is a bum. Like all that crazy stuff we were hearing over and over again. And it kind of overshadowed Bones. And then you heard the people that were criticizing John because of his previous things that he has done. And with Conor, I have a feeling he's done some crazy stuff before, but if he gets the win, he gets on the mic, goes screaming and yelling, the internet's going to explode. The people that troll and are just like, Conor's the GOAT, are going to rise back up again, and it's going to be a crazy scene, I want to see that. I want to see Conor get the circus crazy fights. I want to see Conor fight for belts again. I do want to see that. I love that WWE aspect to the UFC that I feel like we're missing a little bit here, But having him cut lines and skip up to weight classes and fight for belts, I could understand why people would be upset. I get it. I get why people would be upset because the respect of the sport is down the drain, the rankings of this and that. But with Power Slap that just happened here, and it's just like everything's feeling weird in the UFC. Dana White's fresh off slapping his wife. Everything's odd. Everything doesn't feel right. So I feel that Conor could come in here, get the win, and then everything gets forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Everything gets crazy again. The circus is back in town, and everyone goes nuts. We're all fighting and yelling and screaming. Can Conor beat this guy? Is Conor a bum? Is Conor this? Is Conor that? Like, we could have those conversations. If he loses, it's all down the drain. And there's got to be tremendous pressure on this man. Like, I mean, granted, listen, he doesn't have to win another fight ever. He already got the 2 belts. He did what he had to do. He's in movies and stuff like that. He could just ride off and not even care. But he said the reason why he is competing is because of the competition. It's not about the money anymore. It's about the fact that he wants to end on a high note. He wants to end on his own terms. So it's a fascinating thing here. And I'm wondering with the UFC, with Dana White, like, how bad do they want Conor to win this fight? Because you got to think, when Conor came in here, the UFC exploded. It literally went crazy. The Conor effect was nuts. And I think Dana wants a little bit of that again. I mean, how could he not? You know, he's running a business, for God's sakes. So Conor McGregor, do you want him to win? Do you care? Do you not care? Would you like to see him fight for 155, 170?
Super chat.
Dirty butthole.
Conor is going to lose, accept it.
Oh my God, how dare you? How dare you? Well, listen, that's not a bold statement because honestly, he should lose. He's fighting a tough guy in Michael Chandler who's been way more active than him. He should lose. Although Conor's probably going to be the favorite in this fight. Boy, would I wish that Conor would be the underdog in this fight. That would be so much fun. That would make it even more fun, which he should be the underdog. And thank you, Dirty Butthole, for the donation. Appreciate that. I'm going to play this other clip over here. All right, so there's Conor on Helwani. Let's play another clip. This is Conor McGregor talking about USADA. What get your thoughts on this?
Are we back? You know, much has been made of this USADA pool. Are we back in finally? Because that's when the clock starts to the comeback, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just...
Now, this answer by Conor, it's a rough one. It's a rough one.
I'm not rushing nothing, right? So there's hurdles and whatnot, but we're in contact, we're in constant communication, and there's an interview scheduled and a meeting happened, and then it will be official.
Okay.
So he's not saying, like the answer should be, yeah, I'm getting tested. Don't worry. Or, no, I haven't been tested yet. I'll be tested on this date, you know, and I'll be ready to fight on that date, right? Instead, it's just like this weird thing. And listen again, and then I'm gonna show you something really
the
quick.
Clock starts to the comeback, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not rushing nothing, right? So there's
He's not rushing nothing. Okay, there's no rush.
Hurdles and whatnot, but we're in contact, we're in constant communication, and there's a...
So what is the hurdles? Now remember, kids, I'm a Conor fan. I'm the Conor guy. I love this guy. This guy's great. But what are these hurdles? We got to get the sauce out of the system. Like, what? I was sitting there listening to this. I'm like, well, come on, man. What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not rushing nothing, right? So there's hurdles and whatnot, but we're in contact, we're in constant communication, and there's an interview scheduled and a meeting happened, and then it will be official.
Okay.
So, but the 6-month thing is not what they had said was, it's 2 clean tests.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, okay, let me show you this. Ready? Let me show you this over here. I really got a kick out of this. After he says 2 clean, by the way, he tried to steal ARIEL's stuffed animal, stuffed McGregor.
What they had said was, it's 2 clean tests.
You see that look? He's like, can I say this?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, what?
It's 2 clean tests.
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom. Look at that head. Just go to the side. Like, can I be saying this? And look at the look in his eyes. Am I allowed to say this?
Yeah, yeah.
And off I go.
Two clean tests and off I go.
Said was, it's 2 clean tests.
Yeah, yeah.
And off I go.
Okay. All right. So there you go. 2 clean tests and off he goes. Okay. So I mean, it's obvious. There's no doubt about it, right? My man Conor, he's on some sauce. There's no way around it. He literally admitted, like, everyone knows the deal. It's like, let's get this out of my system, and then, you know, we'll do the bullshit testing, and away we go. Now, I've said this a million times before. I don't care if any of these guys are on fucking steroids. I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't give a shit what they do and don't do. I don't care. I just want to see people beat each other up in a cage. I want to see good fights. That's all I want to see, right? That's what I want to see. But that's selfish as a fan. There are rules that you got to follow. And Conor McGregor found the loopholes. He had this operation done with his leg, and he had some serious recovery to do. And I'm sure there were things that were involved in this recovery that are against USADA regulations. As you can see, TJ Dillashaw is out right now. You see Darren Till was saying he's hurt, he's out, and he's going to box. But listen, I get that these fighters are doing this stuff. I just kind of wish that it was just all transparent. I kind of wish, like, I would have more respect if Conor was just like, and you can't do this, but I just wish it was like this. Where we're like, yeah, I just fucking, I took the good stuff. Like Cowboy Cerrone said when he left. I took the good stuff. I'm running around. This guy was jacked up within weeks of the surgery. Like, my man was just ripped, shredded, just more and more shredded as the movie approached and his recovery was coming, and this guy's getting yoked. And I understand he has the best trainers and his diet is top notch because of the chefs and whatever. Guy's loaded, right? I just wish there was more transparency here, because this is how I look at it. Kids are going to watch this stuff, right? And these are their idols, and they're just blatantly just fucking lying. Like, everyone's just lying. If they're just, and then they think that, wait, why can't I ever be this good or this talented? Because you're not on juice. You're not on the sauce. Why can't I be like this guy? Why can't I look like that guy? If everyone was just saying, hey, I'm taking this. I'm taking this. Doctors prescribe this, this, and this. This is against regulations, but I'm out of the pool. Why can't it just be like that? Why can't we just be like that? And then these guys, listen, okay, listen. I want to take some time off. I want to take some freaking time off. I want to take a little bit of time off, perhaps dabble into some fun stuff to get myself in better shape, When I come back, I'll be clean. When you're testing, I'll be clean. It's like if you take a drug test at work, you could be on drugs. It's just you just can't fail when they test you. That's what it's all about. They're not going to test you 24/7. You just can't fail the test when they test you. And I wish sports was like that too. They're just open and honest. Yeah, I did this, I did that. I took this, I took that. But it's just weird. It's I don't know. This whole steroid thing is just out of control.
Official.
Okay.
So, but the 6-month thing is not what they had said. Was it's 2 clean tests.
Yeah.
And off I go.
Now Conor McGregor was one of the guys running around anti-steroids. When Conor was on the rise, this guy was like, they're all a bunch of juice monkeys. They're this, they're that. Like, he was leading the anti-steroid thing, and now he's clearly on something. It's just weird. Like, who are they fooling? Any normal adult knows what's going on here. Everyone understands. Do you not agree that Conor looked the most uncomfortable as ever in the ARIEL video? His body language was abysmal, Mas. So let's call no. I thought he was more uncomfortable after my foot was a balloon. What was that? That was after the rape allegations or whatever the hell was going on here. My foot was a balloon was the most comfortable I've ever seen Conor. The stuttering was out of control. His body language was shot. Like, he was like the worst I've ever seen Conor. This here, no, I just see a guy that's supposed to say the politically correct things. Like, the thing, he's supposed to say the right things. He's looking over at the lawyer, his handler, whoever the fuck it is, and says, hey, can I say this? He's playing the game. Without steroids, he would have died from all the weight cuts. So you think he was on steroids the whole way through? I mean, listen, it's possible. Anything's possible. But I don't think that's the case. I think he was clean through the USADA testing. I do think he was clean there. What happened was he started losing. And when you start losing, you start looking for those answers. You need to get the edge. You see every fucking athlete do this. Cowboy Cerrone leaves the UFC and he's just got battered over and over again. What is the first thing he does? He goes on steroids. I think that's what it is. Like, these guys are competitors. These guys are athletes. The minute they start feeling that they're not able to compete at the highest of levels, they look for every way possible to do it. And I think Conor was in the zone. I think he was fed the right opponents, and that's why he rose up. I think EPO... He was never death every time he made weight. Some people can cut, man. We've seen some crazy people cut weight. Listen, he was tested a lot, Conor. He was tested a lot. So I don't think, is it 100% that he was not on anything? You could never say that. You could never say that with any of these athletes, especially guys that are cash cows. So I see what you're saying. But in that situation, I think I think he was clean. I do. I do think he was clean. But after that, now, I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, we all know. Like, it's obvious right now. So no, I don't think then, but who knows? That's a conversation that we'll never know the answer to. You know? Why isn't this playing? Hold on a second. Let's see if I can refresh this. Let me read it here. D-Man Diaz comes in and says, wait, why are these not? Oh, there we go.
Wonderful.
What was going on there? There's a delay. It scared me.
Undoubtedly Conor McGregor is on steroids. Yup, that look basically said yes, I'm on steroids. You are mystical as fuck, Big Mouse, you're a legend. Hit the fucking likes.
Thank you, D-Man. Yeah, I mean, listen, I would like to sit here and say Conor's the cleanest guy ever. Conor's going to run through everyone. He's going to take out Islam. He's going to take the 170 belt. He'll take the middleweight belt too. Why not? I would love to be able to say that. I can't. You know, like if I see something, I say something. And in this situation here, I do see a completely shady situation. Now, ARIEL was pressed for time. He couldn't really get to all the questions I'm sure he wanted to ask because Conor was on a tight schedule. But I'm sure ARIEL was dying here because as a person that's doing an interview, especially when you have a guy like Conor McGregor there, you want to make sure you get every single question out. And unfortunately, he wasn't allowed to do it. He did get the USADA talk out. Conor danced around it in a way that was incredibly suspicious. And, yeah, it was weird. Who is your sponsor with Fight Picks? Can the chat or Moss help me? Wait, who is that? Who is my sponsor with Fight Picks? Our gambling sponsor is my bookie. Who's my sponsor with Fight Picks? I don't even know what that means. Explain what you're asking, and I can answer you.
CBD.
CBD, baby.
CBD. CBD. CBD.
Ninja choke.
CBD.
Coming in.
CBD. 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 It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that.
It helps.
Get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Just make it a better place, guys. Listen to Nate.
Also, MOS people underestimate how easy it is to smuggle synthetic urine into a test. You just have to have the balls to do it. And be smart enough to ensure it stays warm. I've literally done it like 7 to 8 times for jobs. Lol. War goblin cuck.
Thank you so much.
Stupid little cuck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ninja Choke, appreciate that. Wonderful donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's very simple, right? Think about John Jones when USADA popped up. My man was hiding under the cage at the gym. Like, that's like a true story that John was hiding under the cage. Like, you know, listen, no one talks about that anymore. I remember there was a guy from Jackson Wink that was doing a live stream on Instagram, and this is when I was trolling. I don't really troll much anymore. I don't, like, not as much in chats. I troll here if I have the opportunity, but I don't even do that as much. But anyway, I was in the chat and I was trolling. Like, he was showing around everything, and he passes by the cage in the gym. And I said, hey, is that the cage? Is that the infamous cage that John Jones was under? Dude flipped. I think he was like their strength and conditioning coach or something. I don't know who he was at the time. But he got so mad. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, you're getting so mad right now. Like, you should just be like, all right, don't be a dick. You know, but he was in a way where he was so defensive about it that it just seemed like it had to be true. You know? UFC equals WWF. Says AO. Yeah. UFC equals WWF. Neuro says big forehead. Who, me? I do have a big head. So my forehead could be a victim of that. I can't believe I still have my hairline. I was thinking about that today. Like, how the fuck do I still have my hairline? That's weird, right? That shit should be going. You know what else is weird too? How the fuck do I still have my vision? I should bring, like, I should be wearing reading glasses. I'm 46. I just turned 46. I'm like, how the hell, like, you see Chael Sonnen, we're the same age. Chael, speaking of big foreheads and glasses and all that stuff, like, Chael's falling apart. How is that happening? Am I defying the laws of aging? Is this happening? Am I immune to the weaknesses that most men face? Maybe. Maybe. What else did Conor say? Let's see. Let's see if I can pull anything else here. What's this?
Satin sheets. It's hard to
I've
wake
got the
up.
satin sheets, I've got the silk sheets, I've got the fucking Egyptian cotton duvets and pillows. I've got everything.
So why wake up at 5 a.m.?
Competition, man. Competition. It's the best buzz ever.
Well, there was a good comment. Hold on, let's see. Jedi Goodman. Let's see if he pulled this one. The Dylan Dennis thing. You know what? I got to give Conor credit for this. Dylan Dennis is a very tough guy. He's a very tough guy to defend because he's kind of a penis, right? And he doesn't fight. Like there's a lot of weird things going on with Dylan Dennis. Yet Conor still stuck by him, which I was shocked. Let's see. Where is that? Conor talks USADA. Of course, the Jedi Goodman, he didn't clip this. He clipped everything but this. So funny, man. I'm scrolling through his clips. Yeah, why would he clip that? Because he kind of made Ariel look like a prick. That's funny, man. He didn't clip that. I kind of want to find that now. Anyone listen to the full interview? It's not very long. It was on the MMA Hours second stream of the day. But yeah, no clip of that. Yeah, Conor stuck by Dylan. Dylan's not an easy... How do you stand by Dylan Dennis? Like, the dude's a complete knucklehead. But Conor's like, nah, it's my boy. I respect that.
Let's go,
I respect that he's still with SBG. Like, how the hell is he still with that gym? D-Man, thank you for being a member for 21 months. He says, Fuke, Mystical Moss, Big Moss, thank you very much. Let's go. 21 months. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Damula.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Conor could get 155, 170 bruh, but 185 McGregor gets killed bruh by Pereira.
Well, I mean, I that's a stretch for all three. Listen, Conor beats Chandler, I'm going to lead the charge, okay? If Conor beats Chandler, I'm going to lead that charge. I am going to go ballistic. I'm going to do show after show, and I'm going to be the most annoying Conor fan ever because I'm going to say he beats everybody. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to start that movement. I'm going to start it up again. I'm going to fire it up and get it going, get it popping, saying he beats everybody. He's got to get past Chandler first. Once he gets past Chandler, we're going to have some fun. If he doesn't get past Chandler, if Chandler drags him down to the ground and beats his fucking head in, which is very possible, I'm not talking about any of that stuff. We need one at a time, friends. One at a time. If we are team ole ole, it's been a rough ride for us lately. Let's take it one fight at a time. Okay? We'll see you at the top. All right. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. What else we got over here? We got Kainoto.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet.
Most thanks to the great detective work from your community. We know why and who Conor was looking at when he was lying and looked to his right. Meme section has the moment Ariel went to commercial break.
Okay, let me see. Oh my God. See, this is why I wish we don't have our social media person anymore, but I wish we did. Like, if we had the clip of Conor turning, right, and then this just pops up, dude, that goes right on Instagram. If someone could fucking splice that. By the way, shout out to Little Seal. Appreciate that. He quickly threw a soundbite in our direction.
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
You know, shout out to that. The community's coming back together again. I like this. If someone could put together a clip like that, that shit's going right on the Instagram, going right on edit. This is hilarious right over here. So these are the people that Conor turned around to when when Ariel asked the USADA question. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. I want to become a mod. We have a mod package in our memberships and Patreon. So check out both. It's a little pricey, a little dicey. But yeah, you become a mod and you become one of the soldiers over here. Thank you for your consideration. I did see someone say bring up phone calls. We're trying to fund our website over here. Let's see. Let's figure out a goal. If we can hit to a certain goal on our Streamlabs bar over here, because we're trying to get this thing moving and get this website funded. Let's see. What will the number be? I'm trying to think. Okay. I'm going to be a little ambitious. I'm going to say if this goal gets to 250 tonight, it's got to be Streamlabs donations. If it gets to 250 tonight, I will open up the phone lines. We'll go as long as whatever. If it gets to the 250 over here. Let's move on a little bit over here. We spoke about Conor McGregor. I do want to hear a little bit of the media scrum that happened for UFC 286. Let's start with the former champ. Start with the former champ over here. 300? Do you want to make it 300? I'll do that. I was going to say 250, so make it easy on you guys. 300, I'm good with. All right, 300 it is. Let's listen to this. So here's Kamaru Usman speaking to the press. I'm going to kind of zip through some of this, and let's hear what Kamaru have to say. I didn't listen to anything from the media scrums today. I'm just going to pick, skip through and hear what some of these people said. Let's see if they can delight me and excite me about this event that's happening on Saturday. Kamaru.
So, guys. Well, Kamaru in front. Obviously, we're only a few days away from the trilogy fight against Leon Edwards here in London. So I guess what are the emotions now that fight camp is over with? All you got to do is focus on making weight and then fighting Leon Edwards again.
Damn, where's John Morgan?
Back in America.
Damn. So the guy that asked the first question, I think, was MMA fighting, and Kamaru was like, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Fatso.
No, it's a good feeling. I think I'm in a space to where, and I've said this the last couple of fights, I'm grateful to just be here. Grateful to, be at another fight, another event, and headlining another event. I'm just grateful. I'm blessed, and I'm extremely happy. Also because training camps are so damn hard. It's just like when you...
Is this his last run? Do you think that this is it for Kamaru? Do you think this is it? Do you think this is his last fight? He's going to get the belt back, and then that's it. He beats Leon in his backyard. They complete the trilogy, and then that's it for Kamaru Usman. What is he, 35? How old's Kamaru? Kamaru is... Which is crazy is how big of a favorite Kamaru is in this fight. It's pretty wild. So I know the people that hate... Yeah, Kamaru's 35 years old. Leon still... How the hell is Leon 31? Kamaru looks younger than Leon. How the hell... How does this work?
Make it to fight week. It's like, oh, shit, thank God.
Before your fight with Leon, a lot of the conversation was all these records and everything, and you always kind of no-sold it. You said, that's not my focus. Has that changed at all? Like, is the focus on beating Leon? Is it getting the belt back? Or what is the focus?
Knocked out with not the MMA-Holes in my ears last night. What, this?
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cunt!
This camp.
No, that was never my focus, which is why I feel a lot of people are saying, oh, well, the way you handled it this way or that way. And, I don't care. It was, I've been over 300 wrestling matches before to where you might get beat this weekend, but guess what? You got another one next weekend. You got to be able to get yourself back up for that. And I've been doing that for a long, long time. So, the focus is the same as it always is each and every time. I go in there to dominate. I go in there to win. That has never changed.
Kamaru Usman's not the type of guy that really sells a fight. He's not. You think Kamaru looks 48? I think he looks pretty young. He's bald, but I think he looks, maybe mid to low 30s. Like, he looks around his age. He does. But Leon looks to me like late 30s. And maybe it's just because maybe he's got the bald spot. Maybe if Leon just shaved his head, he would look younger. I don't know. But Kamaru he doesn't move the needle. Like, he's very soft-spoken, and he's confident. He's doing his job. He shows up. He answers the questions. But this is, like, even more of a reason why we need guys like Conor McGregor. Like, we need the Colby Covingtons and even Patty Pimblets. I mean, listen, I get it why people aren't fans. Like, I'm teeter-tottering with Patty, too. But still... something, I don't know. You just need a little bit more oomph. You know, and Kamaru's just like, lick lips.
And with my preparation, I try to make sure that.
I hear he's a great guy. You know, Will Harris is actually doing another documentary for him. And Kamaru seems like the nicest dude. I'm a fan of Kamaru as a fighter. Even his boring fights, I'm still a fan how he can dominate people. I'm into it. If I was a casual in the beginning days, and I probably wouldn't be a Kamaru fan, but as the sport's evolved and as I evolved as a fan, I like Kamaru. I do. But I can't sit through this. Great guy, never met him. Pretty much. I can't sit through this. I can't sit through the Kamaru thing. So let me know your thoughts on Kamaru Usman. I'm sure they're going to be mostly negative. But what do you think? Like, does he need to do more? Is this his last fight? Is he just like, yeah, I'm just going to go through everything, beat this guy, call it a career? What do you think about Kamaru Usman? And we're going to move on to the next. I'm not going to play all this shit. He did make mention of the South African thing about true Africans and stuff like that. So, thank you, YouTube and Chill. Appreciate that. He got a movie trailer voice. He cheats, says Lieutenant. We've done streams on that. I would not be surprised. You know, who knows? Who knows? He's never caught, so there's really not much we can say. Can't watch it. And here's the thing with Kamaru too. It's not like the UFC really has to look the other way for guys like him. It's not like he moves the needle. So if the UFC is looking the other way while he's cheating, I don't know. I don't see it. Better than Masvidal. I agree. I do agree on that. Yeah, Jorge. Like I said, I've met Jorge, and he's actually a very nice guy in person. But for some reason, I could stomach Kamaru way more. We need Colby versus Conor. Actually, that's probably always going to be on the table, too. Like, Conor keeps losing, Jorge keeps losing. Those two could still fight each other. He talks like he's reading a bedtime story. I like Usman a lot, to be honest. His first Covington win was awesome. It was. By the way, both Covington wins were good. Both fights were good. Like, people saying Usman's boring. Yeah, the Leon fight, not the most exciting. But I would say if you look through his career, probably 3 fights, you're like, not the best. But if you look at Izzy's career, it's way more than 3 fights. Like, you look at guys like that. If you know, there are some other fighters out there. Like, if you look at Caitlin Chukagian, you're at a 90% snooze fest. You don't get that with Kamaru. Kamaru, when he flatlined Jorge, that was nuts. Like, that was crazy. That was fun. You know? Sometimes people think it's boring when you dominate. Too. Both fights he cheated. I gotta be honest with you. I'm starting to see this a lot with every fight. There has been so much cheating going on. Cage grabbing. I mean, when Conor fought KHABIB, Conor cheated like a motherfucker. I'm still a Conor fan. I kind of don't give a fuck anymore. Like, yeah, I don't want him to cheat, but they're fighting, right? They're in a cage, they're fighting. I hate when people hold on to the fence to stop a takedown. It drives me nuts. I wish an immediate point was taken away. And we saw it just recently, you know, the cage grab and like, it's just ridiculous. Cage grabs should be instant point taken away. And if it happens twice in that round, you take another fucking point. You just keep taking them away. Just keep doing it. You know, then they'll stop. But if they get away with it, it is what it is. You know, what are you going to do? At the end of the day, they're fighting, right? So I don't mind it too much. I'm not like too crazy about Kamaru and the cheating. Here's the thing. It's not even the cheating. It's he got away with stuff, right? The nut shots, the eye pokes, whatever. Like, he embellished things and he got away with that. Is that cheating? Or is that just bad ref? Is that a bad ref? What is it really? You know? If you get away with something that the ref should catch, is it really cheating? I don't know. It depends. I think, to me, cheating clearly is holding onto that cage. I think that is the worst. That's the worst thing you can probably do. Now, listen, eye poking, you know, you're not supposed to do that, but faking that you are eye poked. If you got punched in the orbital and the ref says, "Oh, time," what would you do? Say, "No, I'm good"? Well, honestly, what would you do? You're in the middle of a fight in your underwear in front of a crowd full of people. There happens to be a gold belt on the line. What would you do? If you got cracked and the ref says, "Oh, that was an eye poke, time," I'll take all 5 minutes. I'll be like, "Oh, damn, man, that fucking poke, bro. Dude." That's what I would do. I mean, who wouldn't do that? What normal human being would not do that? It's not like they go into the fight and say, "Hey, I'm going to fake a nut shot. I'm going to fake it." If you get kicked in the fucking liver and they say it's a nut shot, what are you going to do? Say, "No, I'm good"? You know? So that's why I don't go too crazy over that. Yeah, it's a bummer. You're like, "Oh, they're faking it. They suck." You know? We can't really... I don't know. Like, I know I would do that. And I got to be honest with you, with the grabbing the cage, too, I'd probably do the same. If someone's constantly taking me down, I'm probably going to grab that cage. Aljo would say I'm fine. You know, like, even in Aljo's situation. See, now, that situation was very strange. It was a very nasty knee. And if you could drop the Aljos in the chat, that would make this segment a lot better. But it was a very, very nasty knee that came in and hit Aljo. Clearly illegal. And Aljo went on and on and on with this thing so far. We're just like, wait, is he still hurt? You know, that was a little too much. That's a little crazy, I think, at least. But then again, we don't know, right? We didn't get kneed in the head like that. There he is. So it's tough, man. We're armchair quarterbacks. We're paying the $85. We're going to the events and spending whatever money we are. We're stealing the fights. Whatever we're doing, we're going to be yelling and screaming at the TV because we want our guy or our gal to win, right? But when you really, like, peel back the layers and you say, "Hey, what would you do in that situation?" Most likely, we would do exactly what they're doing. It's a fight in the cage, you know? Who's paying $85? I am. And if you're going to pay the $85, use our link in the description, and we'll get a little piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? All right. Whoa, my bar moved. Hold on a second. 211. Come on! Sanusi with the $100 donation. Come on! Sanosi's in the chat. Firing it up. Style.
Usman is mad that DIAZ is more African than him. Marty ran to the USA and has an American accent. Also here leading the charge to the goal.
Thank you.
Up to others now.
Okay, thank you, Sonosi. All right, so we said if we hit the 300 goal over there, it was 250. We hit the 300 goal. We will get phone calls tonight on the show. We'll go until you guys stop calling. So drop a donation, Streamlabs, and let's get that party going. Thank you so much. It all goes to the new website that we're building. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Sonosi, my man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to see if we can get that clip of Usman talking about. It's a 38-minute media scrum. Here, let's see. Why is the heat blasting in here again? I don't know why, but it is just on my head. Let's see. South Africa. Let me see if I can find this clip. I'm going to have to skip through this a little bit. I do want to get to it, though.
In the first wrestling match, I know what I come to do.
You've achieved a lot, defended your title multiple times, future Hall of Famer. So what's your motivation at this point in your career?
Oh, stupid question.
I never really did. I don't pay attention to the crowd. I mean, they get a little loud.
Usman by decision plus 120 isn't most. Yeah, I'm not a prop guy, but you would think if Usman's going to win this fight, a decision is likely, right?
Oh, because that doesn't make me more Chinese.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found it.
Saw that. I think it's this week or last week.
Okay.
His comments about being.
All right. So, listen, if you're going to ask about this, you gotta ask Wakanda Forever. You know, the man that was in Black Panther. You got to ask him this question. It's very important.
Did you hear Dracus Duplessis? That's a difficult name to pronounce. His comments about being.
Dracus Duplessis. Is that how you say his name?
Did you hear Dick
Rest Duplessis?
Because you're the first African UFC champion. Did you see Dracus? Did you hear Dick?
Isn't it Dracus? Am I saying that wrong? Dracus Duplessis? What's so hard about that?
Very pertinent because you're the first African UFC champion. Did you see Dracus? Did you hear Dick?
He called him Dick Rest.
His Duplessis, that's a difficult name to pronounce. His comments about being the African fighter in the UFC.
Oh, I actually saw that. I think it's this week or last week. My one of my former teammates sent it to me. They're trying to be messy, of course. I saw it, and the thing about me is just I try not to be quick to jump on someone and really kill them for those things. You know, I'm not part of this cancel culture, but though I understand what he's trying to say.
He was born in South Africa, right? So he's African. I don't understand what the fucking problem is. He's a white guy, born in South Africa, right? Am I off on this? He would be African.
But the one thing that I think he's failing to realize is, you know, just because I go to China and my parents are in China and I'm raised in China.
He was born there, wasn't he? Am I wrong? Maybe he wasn't born there. Born and raised. So what is he talking about China? If you were born and raised in China and you're a black guy, you're Chinese, right? I was born and raised in America. I'm an American. What the fuck is what's so difficult about this? Because the color of his skin, he's not African? I don't like, because of his descendants? I mean, if he was born and raised in a country, and it's not just Usman, like, this is a weird conversation, man. Now, if he's running around saying, if Duplessis is like, I'm a black man, okay. All right, we got a problem. He's not saying that. He's saying he's African. What's the fucking problem? What is the problem?
You know, just because I go to China and my parents are in China and I'm raised in China, that doesn't make me more Chinese than the people from China. That doesn't make me more Chinese. And so just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African.
He didn't go over there. He was born and raised there, right? That's a silly conversation. Like, I wish he would have stopped in the beginning because he was good, you know, on it. And then he was just like, I don't know. I guess it's because what the fuck? It's so silly, man. It's such a silly conversation. I am Irish and Italian and some other stuff. But I was born in America, and I'm American. It's just me. This guy was born in South Africa. He's South African. Right? It's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe explain to me how I'm off on this. And this guy's talking about China. Like, if he went to China. Yes, you're not Chinese if you just move to China. Or maybe if you become a citizen, and I don't know. But if you were born in China, you're Chinese. I don't know. It's not really a big deal. But I think because you got, like, a loudmouth white guy from South Africa saying he's African, it's like this, you know, the media's trying to stir the pot, I guess. I don't know. It really is. It's just like a silly thing.
So, I would say to him, it's just, try to be a little bit more careful with what you say and how you say it, because, that's the thing nowadays is these younger guys and these newer guys that get up here and they just talk. They just, because they want to appeal to the fans, appeal to the people. But try to be more mindful, because 20 years from now, that's not going to age well.
And I know you said
He can't say he's a man for the people?
More mindful, because 20 years from now, that's not
Wait,
going to...
hold on, what was it?
Guys that get up here and they just talk. They just, because they want to appeal to the fans, appeal to the people. But try to be more mindful, because 20 years from now, that's not going to age well.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. But what do I know? I'm not... I still like Kamaru. I disagree with this. And I disagree with the Duplessis thing too. It's like, be proud of where you're from. Maybe he's going too far and saying I'm a real African. Maybe he knows it's controversial because he's a white guy and he's African, that, it's gonna get people talking about him, which I'm thinking this is what he's doing, right? I think this is what Duplessis is doing. And everyone's talking about it. So Duplessis wins. That's what he wants. He wants everyone saying his name. He wants media members to ask black guys about the white guy from South Africa. I don't fucking know, man. It's a silly conversation. It's a little dopey. I'm gonna move on from Usman, though. Like I said, I'm still an Usman fan. I'm rooting for Usman. I hope Usman beats Edwards, and I have nothing against Edwards. I don't know. I respect what Usman has done in the UFC. Now if he popped for steroids or something like that, and you're like, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. But Usman was very dominant. He got caught. I want to see if he can come back and redeem himself. By the way, did you see Vettori? He's got some smoke show of a girlfriend. Marvin Vettori, let's see. Here, listen to a little bit of Vettori. Let's see what he's got to say.
Marvin.
A paisan.
Right here. Other side. Right here. Obviously, only a few days removed from another fight here in Europe. I guess, what are the emotions coming after that last performance in Paris to now fighting here in the UK?
Yeah, I'm always happy to fight in Europe. This fight, it's personal for me in a sense that, I never...
This is a great fight, by the way. We're talking about Gaethje and Fiziev. This dude in the leads, that shit is going to be nuts. Who are you guys picking? Is anyone picking Deleeds or is everyone picking Vettori? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. I think I might actually put money on Deleeds. Even Vettori knows how to win these decisions and shit, but I don't know. I like Deleeds with the plus money. He's a scary dude.
I had 2 losses in a row, and this is not going to be the case also. So, yeah, man. And by now, I can't wait to go out and put on a great performance.
When you say it's personal, it has nothing to do with Roman, does it? Is it just an internal thing that you don't want to drop 2 in a row?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you get fired up when you're fighting a guy that's technically a teammate? Merab won't do it.
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
Even though it is a bit personal with Roman too, in a sense, because we actually trained together before and stuff, and we had some good friend in common, and he
this dude's a South African. His name is Marty from Nebraska. Yeah, it's like a whole other thing.
Didn't think twice of accepting the fight, and of course, then if you accept the fight and they come back to me and they tell me oh, you accepted the fight, then I'm not gonna shy away from a fight. Definitely not. I wouldn't say that we were friends, but at the same time, we've been around each other a couple times, and yeah. But yeah, at the same time, at the end of the day, we're not here to make friends, and I totally get it, and yeah, I totally get it. So absolutely, let's do it. And
I respect it, man. We didn't really dive into this. The Merab not fighting Aljo thing. We didn't really go down that road. We spoke about everything else, but we didn't really dive down that road. This is another situation. Now, they're not friends, but they've trained together. Extreme Couture. The Leeds just had Chris Curtis in the corner after he got that crazy finish in a short notice fight. And now you have Vettori fighting this guy. Now, if they were super close friends, I guess a little difficult to fight. But if they're just training partners here and there, I guess not a big deal, right? So it's probably a massive difference in situation. Merab is like, they're going on vacation together. Like, they might have had sex. Merab and Aljo, there are some pictures from some of their trips where an ally Quincy, they might have had a threesome. I don't know. And if they did, that's great, you know? But they are very close. But what I did say in the last stream, and I'm still going to hold on to this, is, and oh, by the way, I did see the memes popping up. So it confirms what I was saying. Other people are seeing this as well. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think SSSSSANOCI dropped it. Here, perfect. Thank you, SSSSSANOCI, for dropping this in the Discord. The night of the fight, I legit was like, did you see Aljo's face? This is a face of a guy that has a lot of guilt. They're saying that Merab is holding up the division, but Aljo is saying that he doesn't want to fight Merab either, right? They're friends. These guys are buds. But I think there's more to it. I do. I think this guy knows that Merab is a real big problem when these guys are in the gym doing their thing. And I've had fighters disagree with me on this, but I don't know. I just got this weird feeling. It does seem like he is like, you know, he's got this fight with Henry Cejudo coming up. Like, he should be super happy for his friend. I think Merab bests him. I do, and Aljo's very good. There's no doubt about it. Aljo has hit his stride. His grappling is top-notch. I just think that Merab's pressure, his cardio, we've seen Aljo gas. We've never seen Merab gas. I think Merab puts it to him. So Aljo's like, listen, we're friends. We're not going to fight. Drills that into Merab's head. Merab's like, I agree. We're boys. Which I'm not saying they're not friends. But that face says it all right there. That's like, fuck, man. What am I going to do? What am I going to do if I beat Henry? I guess I got to move up. I can't stay here. I can't let Merab leave the division. What does it say in this thing? Even Aljo is realizing that he has to move up in weight now. Ain't nobody stopping that wrestling. There you go. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's seen it. So that makes me feel a little bit better, you know, because when I was throwing it out there, you know, like I think Sadiq came into the chat and he disagreed with it. I think a lot of fighters probably would because they don't want to fight their friends. And I get it. But I think in this situation, I think Merab beats Aljo. I do. Let me know in the chat what you think about this. You have Deleeds fighting Vettori. They're not as close as Merab and Aljo. But what do you think? Like, who would win? Does Merab beat Aljo? Would Aljo win? I mean, it's a conversation that kind of makes no sense because it's never going to happen. But I am curious of your thoughts. Merab's on juice too? Aljo got a poison Merab. Is it a poison Merab? The Gym Beast just won. Even if he beats Henry, I don't think Aljo would do well at 45 and weight cut tough on him. Kind of tough. I think Aljo might not do terrible at 45. He's pretty big. Like muscular. Like he's a strong, big dude. He's heavy on the grappling, and I think that could transfer over. But Volk would be, I mean, Aljo versus Volk, a more beefed up Aljo, that's kind of interesting to me. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Aljo, a little more meat on his bones fighting Volk. I mean, that's kind of fun. I would have to lean towards Volk, but it's kind of fun. Yeah, when I met Aljo, he's about my size. I'm 5'9". I don't know how tall. How tall is Aljo? I don't even know. I mean, I'm 5'4". But Aljo was not far off. And he seemed like he wasn't in a fight camp or anything like that. He seemed pretty thick. He's 5'7". I think he's taller than that. Did you see him next to McGregor? Yeah, it says he's 5'7" here. Let's see. If he would only come back on the show, you know, we could really squash this. Yeah, look at him get next to McGregor. Now McGregor's 5'9", Aljo is 5'7". I mean, he's not that much shorter than McGregor. What the The heck did I just do? Look at Conor. Fucking like a blowfish. Just says, oh, we're taking pictures. Just like fucking starts flexing every muscle he could possibly flex. But Aljo's he's not tiny. You know, what is Conor walking around at now? A couple of Jews head turkeys. You know, he doesn't look that much smaller than Conor. Conor's got that big roid head now. As Kainoda would say, the potato nose. Oh my God. All right, I went down this whole rabbit. All right, let's move away from Vettori. This is really nothing. All right, here we go. Marble Mouth. Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards. Let's hear what Leon has to say. Leon's got the greatest. He's got the British accent, but then on top of it, he's got this weird mumble. It's very unique. Sweet in some sort of way. Here we go, Leon. Sit down. Take a seat, Leon. Let's see what you got to say.
Leon, front right here. Obviously, only a few days away from a massive pay-per-view built around you. A lot of people credit, you winning the title for the UK finally getting a pay-per-view once again. So
that was a great story, though. Leon getting that finish at the end, and I was rooting for Usman. That still was pretty impressive. You know, Leon getting the job done, the redemption final round, the head kick. Kamaru became a meme. Like, that was special. That was a really special moment. But
now that
Team Usman,
we are in fight week, camp's behind you. What are the emotions now, just a few days away?
Just excited. This is my first main event in the UK, and to be able to come back, headline it, defend my bout against Conor Usman, and it's gonna be a great night. The UK's excited. I'm excited.
Hey, Leon, could you take the marbles out of your mouth?
And it's gonna be good.
How has life changed for you and the camp and your family and the team since you won the title in Salt Lake?
It's changed gradually, because I've been winning now for a long time. I've lost a fight in 8 years, but as far as obviously more people noticing you, more red carpet moments, financially it's changed, and but apart from that, it's got the same people around me. So.
Yeah, this guy. When this guy won the belt, and it was like, "Where's the gun, dude, man?" Like, it's bad. You heard Usman on the mic, not the most exciting. And then we took an even more step back with Leon, and he's just mumbling through these answers.
Team around me, still training in the UK, and so yeah, it's all good.
And how has camp been not having to worry about the altitude of Salt Lake? Because we've talked to a few of the UK fighters here, and they said they think the altitude played a much bigger factor than people are giving credit to.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you can see from an example, like when Cain Velasquez fought Verdun, was it? Altitude, and he was known as Cardio Cain, and then he tired after like a round or two. And so I think altitude definitely played a part.
What is he saying?
Performance, so I just couldn't get my body to move the way I wanted to move. Round one started off great, then after that, it just kind of went and shut down, and I know Conor was trying to...
They need Leon Edwards. Who is... All right, pick one person in every division that's a mumble mouth. That could be a champion. Stipe, of course, for heavyweight, right? So Stipe, Leon. Let's go. Who else? All right, let's figure this out. Light heavyweight. Who would be a mumble mouth at light heavyweight? Give me the rest of the weight classes here. Stipe and Leon, perfect. Oh, Max Holloway's good. Yeah. Yeah, Max would be good. All right, so now we got 145. We got featherweight taken care of. So we need a lightweight. All right, this is an exercise. You guys can get Nate Diaz. Perfect. Bring Nate Diaz back. Okay, so Nate Diaz at 155. All right, so now we got 170, 155. We got 145. We got heavyweight. Okay, we need middleweight. We need bantamweight. And we need flyweight. All right, yeah, you could go with Nick Diaz. Okay, so Nick Diaz, we're going to do Nick at middleweight. Oh, my God. Every weight class we could have. We're good so far. Now, light heavyweight, bantamweight, and flyweight. He's just Mexican. I don't think you can call that... I don't know if he's quite a mumble mouth. He's just Mexican. Shit. Let's look at the rankings. Let's figure this out. It's good exercise for us. All right, let's see. Flyweight. Let's see. Well, you got Max Schnell with the side eye, but he doesn't quite mumble. I don't know. Kai speaks pretty good. Royval, I don't even know how Royval talks. There's not really. Flyweight was screwed. So flyweight, we need a new person in that weight class. Let's look at bantamweight. You know what? Sean O'Malley, dude, this guy mumbles all the time. This guy can't get through a fucking sentence at a press conference. So Sean O'Malley, perfect for bantamweight. So we are lacking at flyweight and light heavyweight. We can have a mumble mouth in every weight class. Dana White would definitely retire. Who we got here? Just heavy accents. Paul Craig's a little odd, but I don't know if you can call him a mumble mouth. He's very soft spoken. Let's see. Shit, man. See, we have problems here. We have two weight classes. We have problems. Yuri, nah, he's pretty. I don't know.
I'm coming.
You miss Yoel Romero? I do too. So light heavy. So in the comment section after the stream is done, I need someone to give me something. You got to work with me. We got to get flyweight and light heavyweight, but pretty good. Oh, Curtis Blades, but Curtis Blades is heavyweight. He's got kind of like a stutter, so I don't think that counts. But I don't like Curtis Blades. But all right, so light heavyweight and flyweight, but every other weight class, very good. Proud of you guys. Yeah, actually made me a little teary-eyed. That was a fucking fantastic performance by everyone in the chat. We all worked together as a team. The mumble mouths of the... All right, I'm moving on from Leon. I don't have anything. Does anyone want to add anything to Leon? I did see that Dan Hardy is part of PFL now, if anyone cares about that. His wife is fighting on this card, which I didn't realize until a couple of days ago. So Veronica Hardy is fighting, and this is her, let's see, how many... Oh, man, she's been... Fuck, I never knew that this was Dan Hardy's wife. So she's fighting Juliana Miller, who is coming off of the, was it the Contender Series, the Ultimate Fighter? What was she coming off? Ultimate Fighter, right? Yeah, she's coming off the Ultimate Fighter. She's got that win versus Walker. She's a psychopath. I tried to get her on, but she's a little tough to get a hold of. You know? Maybe do it 250. SSSSSANOCI, I didn't move it, man. I said 250 and we're good. And then everyone says 300. I still think we can get to the goal, but we're running out of time. We got 211 over here. If you want phone lines, we got to get to the coveted 300. Anyone want to drop a donation, get us to the 300, or we are done. I didn't make that. I didn't come up with that. I said 250. But I got overrode, so I'm not gonna argue. Okay, so yeah, so anyone care about Veronica? She's actually kind of hot, Veronica Hardy. She's all right. So she's fighting, opening up the card. I think she's gonna get her ass whooped by Miller. But that's the thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed. Here's Fiziev. Yeah, let's listen to a little Gaethje. Let's listen to a little bit of Justin Gaethje. Hear his media scrum. He's always interesting. He kind of mumbles too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Vishwana coming in. Vishwana dropping a 4.
Justin.
Whoa. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the calls.
Dan Hardy is a big crybaby who whinges all the time. His wife must be a lesbian because there's plenty of pussy in that house.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest. Hence the trigger donation. Thank you, Vishwana, for the donation. Appreciate that. Perfectly. See, that's someone that understands that we got those donations in the description down below. I'm not the biggest Dan Hardy fan. He's a very smart guy. He was a very good analyst. Actually, if Dan Hardy was on as one of the still the color commentators for the UFC. He's one of the better guys. It's just he's so fucking annoying. Like he's just such a, like, I don't know, he's like a Karen. Anyway.
I know after your last fight, you said you want to get the nose fixed up and everything, and then you wanted to let that heal and sort out before you got this fight.
I like Gaethje in this fight. I like him. Looking at the underdogs here, let me pull up a little my bookie here. I feel like the Gaethje plus money, it's a little disrespectful. Fiziev's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Fiziev's bad. But did we forget that Gaethje, if you don't have the Poirier, Oliveira, Makhachev situation going on there, Gaethje's the guy. Like, he's the guy, man. Is Fiziev that good? Fiziev's good, but he has not been tested like this yet. And here we go. So you got Usman as a hold on, excuse me. Leon is a plus 191. Fiziev is a Gaethje is a plus 184. Brian Barberena plus 292, which I understand that. Although Gunnar, like, I feel like he never fights. Jennifer Maya, that's interesting. I tell you, the unders you could make like Casey O'Neill is a very tough young lady, but Jennifer Meyer has proven that she's no slouch. Let me just look at this resume here. Hold on. Okay, so Maya came off that win against Moros, but she's on a 2-fight losing streak, Fioro and Chukagian. Okay, then before that Jessica Ai, and then lost to Shevchenko. So lost to decent girls. Whereas Casey O'Neill is undefeated, but like Antonina, who's a shell of her sister. Roxy's a beast, but that was a split decision over there, and she's old. I tell you, Maya's a dog is not terrible. It's not a bad chick fight. It's not terrible. And then you got the leads. They're very juicy underdogs. So if anything about this card, the betting is pretty interesting.
Super chat.
Marsh Marley dropping a 7.
Check your Insta DMs. I sent my parley. Let me know what you think.
Okay, I'll check it out. Hold on. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, we were supposed to have Terrence McKinney come on. I tried to catch him last second, and he agreed, but something came up last minute. We'll get him on. He seems like a really cool dude, and he's been very active on Twitter. So if you want to check out what's going on there, go check out his Twitter. All right, Marshall Allen, thank you for that 7. Let's see. What am I looking at here? I'm going to check your parlays. So you got the leads a plus 235, Maya plus 150, Gunnar minus 440, Leon plus 205. Ugh. But he is doing $20. Wait, hold on. $20 to win $3,387. So I understand. You got to take some risks. 20 to win $3K. The leads Maya, Nelson, Edwards. It's not impossible. It's really not impossible. What do you guys think about that parlay? Let me see if I can pull it up on here. It's not where I'm going. Hold on, let's see. Use a hidden. I can only show it on the app. Dude, that's annoying. So I can't show you guys. I only pull it up on my phone for some reason. All right, let me see your other parlay. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, there's a lot to this. All right. Now it makes sense because I'm like, how are you getting that much? So Klein, Duncan. So Christian and Chris, Jack Shore. Okay, you're not gonna hit this. Deleeds, Maya, Nelson, Edwards. Okay. All right, now it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, something didn't make sense here. There's more to the parlay. Yeah, listen, good luck. I hope you win. I do hope you win. But you're only doing $20, so 20 to win 3,000. Might as well go for it. Why not? But I am not optimistic. Yeah, I'm not optimistic. Good luck. I hope you win. Anyone else have some crazy? Yeah, that's a. I didn't see the first one. I'm like, wait, what's going on? So how many fights you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights. Good luck. Good luck, man. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Let's get back to Gaethje over here. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it.
But now that that's all healed, you have the name with Fiziev. How has camp been, and what are the emotions now 3 days before the fight?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, anytime you get here, start getting this close to a fight, you know, the intensity of all the workouts, you know, the excitement in all the coaches, the excitement in the air is really something special. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
And Fiziev was a guy that had been calling your name quite a bit on your layoff. So when they came with you with Fiziev's name, did you go back and watch tape on him? What do you make of him as an opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I watch all UFC fights, so I certainly have seen his fights. But yeah, it's a big difference this camp, as I really have been studying.
How is Fiziev going to beat him? To the people that are picking Fiziev, he's going to outstrike him, knock him out? He's going to break him down and knock him out? I don't see how Fiziev beats him. I got to be honest with you. I don't see it. I think Gaethje fucks Fiziev up. I really do. Like, he's in great shape, Fiziev. I did see the training footage and stuff like that. The dude is... I think Gaethje at plus money is just fantastic. Especially coming off that last fight. I think it's going to be violent. And I think Gaethje's going to fight smart on top of it. He's going to TKO him. Fiziev is going to TKO him. Okay. So we got RDA. Brad Riddle. Decision with Bobby Green. Knocked out Moicano. And decision with DeCasey. I don't think he is, but... I mean, Gaethje's been knocked out. Last time Gaethje was knocked out was... Was it Poirier? Or... Yeah, it was Poirier. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Poirier or Eddie. Eddie! Yeah, so he got knocked out by Eddie, knocked out by Poirier. Both great fights. 4th round, 3rd round. This is a 3-rounder. I don't think Fiziev knocks him out. I don't. Damn, man. Rafael's going down. Yeah, I like him as plus money. I feel like I got to put the bet in now before the lines get closer. Fiziev is a minus 243. Gaethje plus 184. Yeah, I don't know. I still want to see the weigh-ins and the face-offs and stuff like that, but I really like Gaethje in his fight. I do. I'm surprised that so many people are looking past Gaethje.
My opponent, you know, his fights and trying to learn, you know, patterns that I can take advantage of.
What patterns have you seen that you think that you can tell us that you can take advantage of?
I'll show you on Saturday.
And a lot of your past opponents like Charles and Khabib and everything, they're obviously very ground-heavy opponents. Fiziev is not that. He's like obviously has like 200-something Muay Thai fights. So how's camp been preparing for a very different stylistic opponent than recent ones?
Yeah, I mean, in mixed martial arts, you have to be, you know, confident in every single area. You know, just because he's a Muay Thai fighter doesn't mean he might not try to take me down. And if I do get to the ground, I've been working on getting up, you know, and working on a few submissions from the top. So, yeah, you can't ever...
If Gaethje gets taken down and submitted, dude, like, I don't understand. This guy was a wrestler. Like, whatever happened to his wrestling? It just evaporated because the guy likes to knock people's heads off.
You can't ever look past somebody's ability to take it to the ground, because we all in this sport have that ability.
How did his leg kicks compare to yours when you're watching tape?
They're faster, but not quite as heavy. So we'll see how it works.
You also told us when you did, I think you were a guest fighter in New York, that you had like a bike accident, like a little road rash and everything. Is that all cleared up too? Like 100%?
Yeah, yep. That was definitely, you know, that and the shots that I took in the Oliveira fight were a big reason why I decided to get my nose fixed and take a little break.
And I have to ask, what did you make of Islam's fight against Volkanovski? Did you think it?
Boy, we miss like Strickland too, right? Like these media scrums are terrible. Not listening to anymore. Any other comments on Gaethje? I'm gonna check out the news on the Discord and wind this thing down. Dude, what? I mean,
Wonderful, wonderful.
oof. I guess they're hungry. Maybe that's what it is.
Anyone ever been to an event in Dubai? I found out it's only $900 round trip for me to fly there, but don't know how expensive are the accommodations. Worth it.
I heard from multiple sources that Dubai is actually not that expensive when you're there. Bang for the buck is pretty good. And by the way, our buddy Goldberg is in Dubai right now. You want to see what Goldie's doing in Dubai? He's having the time of his life. Mike Goldberg. He's with the wife. He's doing his thing. He's there for BYB. Mike Goldberg. There he is. Here we go. He's in the deserts. He's jumping. Look at he's got some airtime over there. He's on a boat. Yeah, he's doing his thing. It does look like fun. I would love to go. Am I having twins? No, I am not. Anyone ever been to Dubai in the chat? Yeah, it looks really nice. It does look like I would go. MMA-Holes meet up in Dubai. Let's go, baby. All right, I'm moving on. Let's go to the Discord. Jessie said she was going to drop some news over there. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Conor McGregor addresses hostile altercation with Michael Chandler. Yeah, he basically swept it under the rug. They're gonna hype it up and everything like that, but it kind of falls apart now. So when they show tough and they amp up on the next episode of The Ultimate Fighter and they're shoving each other, like they're completely cool now. So it's not like it's so silly. Like Tough's gonna suck. It's gonna be so bad. Anyway. So yeah, there's no altercation. It's silly. They're fine. They're cool. He even said today that he respects Chandler. Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev leg kicks are faster, but not quite. Well, we just listened to that. So yeah, Justin Gaethje, he's got those vicious leg kicks, and so does Fiziev. But he says that Fiziev is quicker and he is more powerful. So do you guys think that they're going to nullify? They're going to just, like, who's the leg kick's going to do anything here? It's going to make a difference between the two. Are they going to go kick for kick? It's going to be fun seeing those guys try to chop each other down. But it should be a fun one, man. It really should. It's not going to suck. Any Gaethje fight, he could be fighting a fucking potted plant and still be fun to watch. Let's see. Closes I'm going to get to Dubai is Doobie. All right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. You tell him. You tell him. Canadian Jimmy says,
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
oh my God. Oh my God.
Ah, super chat.
Marsh Molly. What's going on, Marsh Molly? Coming back in with the two.
Who would win, Henry Cejudo versus Merab Dvalishvili?
I tell you, man. It's like that long layoff. That's what gets me. I might be picking Henry over Aljo. I might be doing it. You know, you can't doubt Triple C, man. He's always been able to find a way, but there's been a long layoff. But Henry versus Merab. Oof. That's so tough, man. You know what? Oh, maybe I'm biased, but I think I'm going to go with the Machine. I picked the Machine to be the bantamweight champion by the end of 2023. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to say Merab. I'm just going to go with my prediction. That's what I'm going to go with over there. But it's tough. It's tough to make a prediction when a guy's been on a long layoff. So thank you, my man. Thank you, Marsh. How about Marsh with the 225? Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Justin Gaethje declares himself most excited fighter All right, who's more exciting than Justin Gaethje? Michael Chandler? They fought each other. Who is more exciting than Justin Gaethje? I got to be honest with you. I think he is. Chandler, like a close second. Who's more exciting than those guys? Right now, in the UFC, who is more exciting than Justin Gaethje? I don't think Poirier. Poirier's fun. He's not more exciting to me, though. Like, Gaethje, like, I don't know. Poirier is good. Conor's exciting for other reasons. You know, he's exciting in the cage, but I feel like Gaethje is just, like, he doesn't have to sell a fight. Like, you know you're going to get something good. Nate Diaz. Over the Gaethje? KHAMZAT. KHAMZAT's pretty exciting. Gaethje versus Chandler is fireworks. Or was fireworks, you mean? Yuri's fun. Yeah, I mean, that Yuri Dominic Reyes fight, still one of my most favorite fights to watch. That was fire, that fight. Now John Jones, Shavkat, Hasbulla. Where is KHAMZAT? Who is he supposed to be matched? I don't even know what's going on with that guy, man. Jeff Neal. People sleep on Gaethje. Ngannou when you knew he wouldn't wrestle. Healthy Ngannou? Yeah, but here's the problem with Ngannou. He goes after the first round, it's a whole different story. You know? When Ngannou starts gassing, like when that first Stipe fight, not very exciting anymore. That first round with Stipe was nuts. And then it all was like, okay. Darren Till, John Anik. I would say Gaethje is probably the most exciting. I've kind of goofed on Gaethje a little bit. Oh, you know what? Drew Dober. Drew Dober's up there too. You know? Chandler, Dober. Imagine Chandler versus Dober. Drew Dober is a fucking beast. Clay Guida. Clay Guida's fun. Like, he's nutty and stuff like that. I don't know. I'd still rather Gaethje, you know. Clay Guida he's exciting. Don't get me wrong, but Gaethje is, that guy's a head, like he is nuts, man. Volkanovski, I tell you what, he's getting more exciting. He is. He definitely is. Volkanovski's like with Khabib. Like, as soon as Khabib became a champion, we started defending the belts, Khabib got more exciting. You know, he got more dominating and more intriguing. And Volk's the same way. Volk going up to another weight class. So I think once Volk got gold, it's a whole different story. Although the Max fights, I mean, I could do without them. They didn't do much for me. Marsh coming in again, Marsh, baby. Come on, Marsh. With the 550.
I think Dustin beats Volk and GL. I know people are going to disagree, but Volk beats Justin.
Wow. Okay, let's think about it. That's interesting. Dustin beats Volk. Oof. God, it's such a good fight. Yeah. I mean, you got to play the MMA math game, right? You saw what Dustin did to Max Holloway. He's like Max's daddy. I would pick. That's so weird, man. Right? So weird because of that Islam fight, how competitive that was. Yeah, but Styles. Yeah, you know what? I would probably pick Dustin over Volk. Who would you guys pick, Dustin or Volk? Actually, I'll put that poll in the chat, and then we'll go to the next one. Well, the good news is you guys care about this fight. So we got 263, 70% care. Okay, so you guys care about the fights this week, and that's good. So we'll be going live for a reason. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's drop this poll in the chat. I'm actually interested in this. Okay, who wins? Here we go. Who, by the way, Cocaine Bear dropped on my app. So I'll probably be watching that after the stream. Did anyone see Cocaine Bear? Who wins? Dustin. You know what else dropped on my app? Scream 6. Which one should I watch? Who wins, Dustin or Volk? Ask the community. All right, we'll get this in here real quick. Get out of your comfort zone. Come to Dubai and fight Island. Wait. Come to Dubai and Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. I would love to fucking go to Dubai. You gonna fly me there? Fly me and Jessie and Ellie too. We want to bring the baby. And then get me a good babysitter. But then again, if we have the other baby by then, you have to fly us all. The new one as well. I think Volk has too much speed. He get it in and out of the pocket before Dustin could tee off. Also has the grappling option. Dustin doesn't do well against orthodox fighters throwing leg kicks. Yeah, it's a competitive fight. There's no doubt about it. I still... Wow, that fight is... I just think Dustin at 155 is so much different than Volk at 155. I feel like 145 Volk is... That's where he belongs. Even though he looked good at 155 and arguably beat Islam, I think Dustin's 155 compared to 145 is a lot more drastic. So that's how I would give the edge to Dustin. I got to dress like a neckbeard. I would. I would embrace the culture. I would shave my mustache off. No, look at this poll. That's actually a pretty good question. Good question. All right, so right now, 56% are picking Volk, and understandably, considering how he fought against Islam. I think I would be with the 46 now. I think I would pick Dustin. Man, that's a good fight. It is interesting, though, if Volk goes back down, smacks around Yair, and then says, you know what, I'm going to party at 155. There's so many more refreshing matchups at 155 for Volk. So it is interesting. All right, I'm going to pull this. We're basically 50-50 on this, so look at this. Okay, I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like, we're almost 50-50, but 49% Dustin, 51% Volkanovski. Okay? And what else did he put in there? I know people are going to disagree, but Volk beats Justin. So Volk or Gaethje? I think more people would pick Volk in that one, but fucking A. Dude, it's such a good fight. Yeah, I'm not going to drop that in there because I would feel... Let me know in the chat. Would you pick Volk or Gaethje in a fight? I would imagine more people would pick Volk in that one. It would kind of be like the Eddie Alvarez fight. Dustin is too silky on the feet, unlike Islam. He doesn't dry hump. Yeah, and yeah, I would pick Dustin in that fight, but it's close. Vincent, what is going on? Are you on drugs? Or are you drunk? Or what's going on, Vincent? Like, what have we ever found out what happened? I would love to know. What is up with that guy? And he's got that fucking ghost picture. All right, let's go Volks. Gaethje beats Volk. All right, so the one says Gaethje. Homer Simpson all the way. Let's go. We want Volk versus Zabit. Yeah, Zabit's supposed to be coming back. All right, I got a couple of seconds here. Before we get into the next news story. Benson, we good, man? What's going on? Give me your backstory. Give me a quick. Let me know in the chat. Let's meet up. No, I'm good. You're probably the last person I would want to meet. You creep me the fuck out. I don't know. What is that? You have a picture of like a ghost or some shit? It's always like a military ghost. What is that picture? You'll take my soul? What are you, a succubus or some shit? Like what? All right, let's take a look at this. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you were off tomorrow. Okay. I do remember that name. So it's an old military pic? Is this you in the picture? Who is this in this picture? Dude, what the fuck kind of profile? Who is this? Is that a relative or is that you? And if that's you, what are you, 80? I mean, you're always here, so that's cool. He died 35 years ago. Let's get... That's a screaming eagle? A screaming eagle. What is a screaming eagle?
Ah, super super chat.
Let me get an age so I know what I'm working with here. You gotta work with me. Thank you, Marsh. How about Marsh? Look at Marsh making it rain. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you. No, I don't. It's a pilot? I don't know what that is. A Scream in Eagle. So you're a pilot? So this is probably you. So I'm assuming you're probably what, in your 80s or something? And this is like an old picture of you or something like that? If I play this,
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt!
do you jump under the couch when you hear loud noises? He killed 50 men? No, all joking aside though, like, how old are you? Just out of curiosity. Because if I have an idea of what I'm working with in the chat, I could address you in the chat in a way where we can have a cordial conversation. It's not over. You want to start. Can you give me an age, Binston? Just give me an age. It's not that hard. Whatever is your birth age. Like, how many years have you been walking this earth? Give me an age. That's your dad? Okay, we're working here now. That's your pop. Okay, cool. And shout out to your pop, man. Military guy. That's actually cool. Okay, so that's your dad. So judging by this picture, I mean, it's a very old picture. At least my dad didn't, what? Shit dick? My dad didn't shit dick? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you on drugs? Okay, you're 48. Okay. Okay. You're 48 years old. Okay, thank you for answering that. I appreciate that. You're 48 years old. And were you in the military? This is the Army. Okay, but were you in the military? We're doing an interview. Terrence McKinney didn't come on. So we're going to interview Binston McLeod. Which I don't even like. Binston McLeod? Like, what the fuck is that? Okay, you're 48. I believe you. Were you in the military? Did you serve? Stolen foul. Yeah, you never know. Did you serve? Let's go where? Where are we going? Let's get to the answers. Like, I wish like you would call in. By the way, side story. This is courtesy of SANOCI. We are giving this away on Saturday. God of War Ragnarok. We will be doing this giveaway Saturday, so make sure you're tuned in. Even if you don't have a PlayStation, fucking sell it. All right, I don't care. But this is going your direction. If you win on Saturday, you got to be subscribed to the channel. UFC 280. Was it so two? What are we at? What? Fuck, I don't even remember what UFC. 286. Want to play Call of Duty on PS5? No, I don't. Although I was playing UFC 4 last night on there, so go check out Not the MMA-Holes if you're not. Are we done talking to this guy, or did we get the answers? No, let's go. Okay, he's not going to answer. All right, Vincent, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. How come you chose this picture of your pop to be your avatar? What was that about? Just like, that's a weird choice of avatar. We could fight. Okay. What do I get out of that? Vincent, help me out. What if we met up to fight? What we we're gonna meet up at the bike rack. What are you talking about? Why do you want to fight me? What do I get out of this? 10K to show, 10K to win. Like, what's my purse? Yeah. What do I get out of this? At least give me something to, to think about. Jessie, I'll be right back. I'm going to go fight Binston McLeod at the bus stop for no reason at all. Yeah, I'm only 5'4". You going to beat up a 5'4" guy, man? Don't take LSD. Oh, God. All right. I think he's a kid, though. What do you think, chat? What do you think? I think it is a kid. I think it's a kid just kind of like, I don't know. Is it an old guy or a kid? I can't. I can't figure it out. It is strange though. It's quite mesmerizing. Okay, we're done, Benson. Thank you. It's the MMA Guru. All right, what else we got here? Sean Strickland trashes John Jones. He should never be allowed to. Let's pull up this article. He should be never to fight in the UFC again. Why? Is it because it's probably wife beating stuff, right? All right, what did Sean say? Let me say one thing about effing John Jones. Greatest fighter in the world, but John Jones sucks, Strickland said. He's failed the most drug tests. He fucking beat his wife bloody. He fights a pregnant... Wait, he hit a pregnant lady and drove off, breaks her arms. So many things. Yes, you could have been the greatest fighter, but with how many drug tests that you failed. It's not right, continued Strickland. John Jones should never be allowed to fight in the UFC again. It's a mockery that they let him fight. Stipe, please do it for me. A lot of people probably... Yes or no if you agree with Sean Strickland. I mean, he didn't really say much wrong. I like John Jones, but he didn't say... he didn't really say much wrong. I guarantee John Jones' wife puts up a bigger fight than Cyril Gahn. That man came out scared. He didn't want to fucking be there. Okay. Very nice. Did Strickland sucker punch someone? Did he? I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. The greatest fight is overcoming life's greatest challenges. That's deep, bro. Can people not change in life? You know what it is, though? I think people, there are people out there that have zero, like, I kind of get it, like a zero tolerance policy. As soon as you fucking crack a woman, you are immediately a piece of shit. You know? I think that's, and I kind of agree. I know people change and stuff like that, but I think as soon as you fucking, like, sock a woman, it's kind of like, I don't know. You know? So I think that's what it is. And did he break that lady's arms when he did the hit and run with the pregnant woman? Did she break her arms? Is that true? Unless she has a knife. Yeah. Unless she has a knife or unless supper's cold. Then, you know, beat the shit out of her. But if you have a warm dinner, you should never hit a woman. She broke one arm. I don't even remember that. Discord call. We said at 300. We're close, but no cigar over here. We hit 300 over here. We do it. So Kevin, chop chop. We have 5 minutes. Wow. Yeah, so I get it. I get both sides. I get both sides of the John thing. Me personally, I think it's wrong. You know, I do. I think all that shit's wrong. I think he's kind of a piece of shit for a lot of that stuff. But at the same time, the sport that I consume is pretty savage, and I enjoy watching the best compete. And he didn't kill anyone. His wife his fiance took him back. It is what it is. I'm not going to judge him, you know, unless he does something else stupid. Then we'll go down that rabbit hole. But so I get both sides. I do. Yeah, Sanosi's Sanosi dropped a hundo, so he definitely did his part. Okay, let's see. Mohammed Makayev reveals Jake Hadley near got physical. Hold on. Let's see this. From BJPenn.com. Jake Hadley nearly got physical. He didn't say one word, and his dad started backing him up. What happened? I actually just came face-to-face with him. He didn't say one word, and his dad started backing him up. Makayev says, I don't understand. If my father was in front of me, and if I'm a UFC fighter, all right, who cares? Like, what is this? What the fuck? Who cares? I like Makayev, but like, who gives a shit? What is this? How old are we? Well, I don't know. Who gives a shit? Glover Teixeira couldn't stay in the UFC just for the money. Open to boxing against a guy my age. Glover versus Anderson? Can we do that? Would anyone in the chat want to see that? Glover Teixeira, can they meet at a weight? Like Anderson Silva or some shit? Would that mean anything to anybody? Glover might kill Anderson. Love to see that. Nah, let's go. Benson, okay. You gotta pump the brakes. It's like, it's weird, man. They should have like chat straight jackets. I don't want to see Anderson ever again. You know, after the Jake Paul fight. Yeah. Should I make a straight jacket emoji? What should we get rid of? Let's see. It's a ways before we get to our next emoji. What can I get rid of? What can I substitute for a straight jacket emoji? That would be hilarious. That would work very well. Anderson versus Roy Jones. We got Roy versus Pettis, which is weird. I don't know. Who cares? I hope Glover makes as much money as possible. I don't know. I like Glover, but, you know, I like MMA Glover. 286 breakdown. Can Leon Edwards pull off a second straight title? We discussed that a little bit earlier, so I don't think there's really anything else to add to that. Fiziev issues warning to Justin Gaethje ahead of 286. Let's hear a Fiziev. We didn't hear Fiziev's side of things, so I'm going to take his heart. Oh, my God. I'm going to take his heart. Like in Kill Bill. Just rip it out. Let's see. Let's see. How's his English?
Hello. Raphael, front, right here. We're obviously only a few days
He looks like Ragnar Lothbrok, so I bet the ladies love him.
away from your fight against Justin Gaethje, a fight that you've been asking for a while. So how's
A fight that Ben Askren's asking for? What? What do you say? Ben Askren
asking
for?
for a while? So
Ben Askren for?
Raphael, front, right here. We're obviously only a few days away from your fight against Justin Gaethje, a fight that you've been asking for a while. So
He's Ben Askren for.
how's camp been, and what are the emotions now that all that's behind you and you can now just focus on the fight?
Fight week is the best emotions always. Yeah, waiting all camp. This feels.
This guy would be a great Ragnar, man. He'd be fantastic. If fighting doesn't work out for him, History Channel, pull this guy in, or Netflix. This guy's a great. He's got the cauliflower ear though. Did Vikings have cauliflower ear?
Yeah, feeling perfect. My camp going perfect also. Yeah,
Ragatha, I fuck Ragatha right before this.
Fight like a long time. Yeah, now it's just waiting and.
Floki build me boat.
Like never.
Justin, after his last fight, said like he like really injured his nose quite badly and he had to have surgery on it to fix it. Are you expecting the same Justin Gaethje in there to come forward like he has, or do you think he'll have to change his game plan when he fights you?
I waiting the best Gaethje in front of me. I waiting he's best in shape and.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'd rather watch Binston in the chat than listen to that. Joe Rogan out, replaced by Michael Bisping ahead of... Oh, my God, dude. Ah! Listen, nothing against Bisping. I think Bisping's better suited for power slap. I did see he was doing that. He was having a great time over there. Bisping needs to be on a novelty thing. I know he's a former UFC fighter. He's a smart guy. Stick him with the novelty shit. What do we have in him? Am I off on this? How many people like Bisping as a color commentary guy? Like, I feel like he's very distracting. I don't think it works. Power slap maybe, but I don't know. In the UFC, like what the... But Bisping, good for him. He's filling in for Joe. Joe doesn't travel. Joe was supposed to be doing a fight companion, but Bappa said that he canceled on him or something. I don't know. Who knows? Bisping should be allowed to be drunk commentating. Okay, maybe it'll get a little better. I used to like Bisping a lot. Mess so much now. Yeah, isn't it weird? Like, I don't know. Like, what the hell? Bisping is a funny guy. Yeah, it's not that he's not funny. He's probably a cool guy to hang out with. He's very knowledgeable, so his YouTube channel is doing well. I think he should stick to that. Maybe, like, as an analyst, you know, for pre-show stuff, he's fine. No problems. But I find when he's cage side, it's very distracting. I do. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like, in all the wrong ways. You know? I just can't put my finger on it, but it just doesn't work. Maybe it's maybe it's just the sound of his voice. I don't know what it is. But he's filling in, so big opportunity for Bisping. Hope he does well. Kamaru Usman too focused to slip up versus Leon Edwards at UFC. He's too focused to slip up. All right, well, we listened to a little bit of that. There's really nothing to add. UFC 286 fight with Roman Dolidze is a bit personal. We heard that. And Casual Robert says the Gaethje interview was very interesting. All right, so he's recommending it. So go check out the media scrum with Justin Gaethje, according to Casual Robert says. There you go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Tropical Tom coming in.
Bisping is keeping his eye out for other opportunities. He was going to be on Dancing with the Stars, but his prosthetic was not rated for the cha-cha.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, Tropic Tom. Appreciate that. Look at that. Okay. Thank you, Tropic. Appreciate that. Chat. Oh, actually, let me just say this. If Sanosi's still in the chat, we need that picture. We got to put you with the belt on the wall over here. Got to get you on this wall. I mean, you're on already, but you spent the other 1,000. So let's get you on the wall with your other picture, your second picture. And then we'll get that on the new commercial thing. I thank you very, very much for being absolutely wonderful, wonderful. And whoa, Stevie boy. Whoa, I was about to wind this shit down, Steve. What the? Whoa.
Super chat.
Oh, my God.
Bistin is a Wainkar.
What? Bro. Thank you so much for that. Dropping a hundo right when we're about to wrap this thing up. Like, hit it right before the buzzer. I thank you very much. Now, it wasn't a Streamlabs donation over here. The Streamlabs donations is going towards the websites, but I'm not going to turn down a fucking $100 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Seriously, appreciate that. I'll tell you what. I'll tell anybody. I'll take a couple of calls. I'll take a couple. Let's get in really quick. Give me some calls about this weekend or whatever, and we'll wind the show down. We are we're almost at 2 hours. How the hell did we just do 2 hours on this show? How did that happen? So we got to do it quick over here. Quick phone calls. Use the Discord quickly. If you haven't jumped in our Discord, there's a link in our link tree in the description. Hit that if you want to call the show real quick. I mean, come on. Even with 30% cut, it put us over. Yeah, it was. I mean, listen, that's incredibly nice. The fact that you just dropped $100, Sanosi dropped $100 as well. I mean, thank you so much. All right, we'll take some quickies. Let's do this. Okay, Sanosi, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's up, Sanosi?
Anyway, I just want to go kind of speed run like you mentioned.
Okay.
First, I do agree with you with Gaethje. Just looking at the resume of both these fighters, and I'm not even a Gaethje fan that much, just because I think he's an idiot. But I agree with you that I think Gaethje can win this.
Yeah, I'm not a homer for Gaethje. I've gone against him a lot, but in this one, I feel like this is a little silly, being such a decent size under.
I think it KOs Fizzy, to be honest. I think it reminds people of who he is in this fight. He has a lot of proof. Like, I haven't fought in 2 years. Oh, I'm not just a gatekeeper at the top 5. I'm going to knock this guy's head off and prove a point.
Fiziev is a 5'8", 70. Now, he's got the reach, 1.5 inch reach, but Gaethje's not like the longest. 5'11". Hold on a second. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to wrap up soon. Sorry, Jessie's jumping in. Yeah, I mean, Gaethje is like a physically bigger dude. It doesn't quite have the reach there. Fiziev is not the biggest of guys. He really isn't. He's quick. That's one thing. If Gaethje gets a fucking plants one on him, I mean, he could send this guy's head into the rafters.
I think in terms of all the lightweights, I think he has the heaviest hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to disagree. I mean, the guy does hit like a truck.
I think it's him, then Chandler, then we'll find out in a couple months. McGregor. That's I kind of put as my top 3 heavy hands of lightweight.
Yeah, well, Gaethje did say that Poirier is the heaviest hitter that he's faced. Gaethje did.
He could be. I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
I think Poirier hits hard. I do. I think he hits pretty hard.
I do think he hits hard, but I don't think he's in my rankings of the top 3. I think McGregor hits harder.
Interesting. Well, yeah, Poirier did say McGregor was one of the hardest hitters that he's faced. Yeah, I would say. Poirier is he's such a sweet boxer, which helps with his power. Yeah, Gaethje might.
I think Poirier has the best. I think Poirier has the best pure boxing in the division, but I don't think he's the hardest hitter.
I tell you what, man, Drew Dober is someone we got to talk about because Drew hits fucking like a truck too, man.
That's true. I gotta see him knock out a top 10 competition though.
Yeah.
That's how I know how well he can hit. I mean, if he knocks out Patty, that's a good example because Patty's chin is strong.
Yeah. True. Okay, anything else?
But anyway, nope. I figure if we talk about anything else, it'll be after pay-per-view.
Okay. All right, SSSSANOCI. Thank you.
All right, peace.
SSSSANOCI coming in. Let's see. We're gonna do rapid fire. We got Pulse over here. Pulse, what's up, man?
What up, Marv?
How you doing, bud?
Wonderful.
Nice. Wonderful. All right, what's on your mind?
So I did some research, and it turns out this Benston guy.
Okay.
His father went to school. With DRES. They graduated from Neptune High, class of 1903.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's a small world.
Yeah, man. So they both live in the old folks' home right now, and I guess they had some sort of dispute, and I think that's what that beef was about.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, I got a prediction vid out for 286. Check it out, sir.
Okay, there you go. All right, Pulse, thank you for stopping by.
Laters.
There it is, Pulse. Short and to the point. How do you not like that? Check out Pulse's picks. What do we got here? I just clicked. Johnny Walker. Let's see, Kevin.
How do you think it is? What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, I got to talk about this guru situation. I
Okay.
mean, everything I hear is, it's a joke. You don't get it. You just don't get it. I mean, that's funny. That's funny, spazzing out like that. Saying all them nasty things, that's funny. That's not funny. That dude is a complete loser. Not to mention his, him mention how tall, I'm 6'4". That dude ain't 6'4". He's probably 5'8". 5'8", little fat nerd. And he's sitting there bashing fighters like he's some tough guy. That dude just needs to get knocked out. That's what he needs. One little tap to the jaw, knock his fat clown ass out and set him straight because he just runs his mouth every single day.
He is burning a lot of. It is weird. Like, I understand he's doing it for the clicks and views, and that's working very well. So if he's stuck in his shed doing his thing, he's going to grow exponentially, and he'll make a lot of money doing that. But he'll never have the respect of the fighters, which is weird. That's a weird approach. They're all turning on him. And I was going to have Terrence on tonight, but we were, scheduling problems. But that would have been interesting to hear Terrence's side of the story.
Well, I don't like Terrence either. I think that dude's a clown too. But
oh my god!
I mean, you're gonna have the respect of the fighters, but at least he has the respect of the virgin nerds in his chat.
Why don't you like Terrence? What do you not like about him?
He just a Twitter. He runs his mouth on Twitter too.
He does, but he's a wrestler though. I thought you were team wrestling.
Yeah, I am team wrestling, but he's annoying.
Okay.
That dude spends so much time on Twitter. You see his Twitter feed, and he had a couple takes that are just like, oh, this dude's annoying.
Okay.
I can't think off the top of my head, but yeah, not a fan. How about Dricus Duplessis and Usman? Did you see that?
Yeah, we played it earlier. We played it. It's silly.
Yeah, it's funny because my take on that is, I don't know how you could be. It's all the little lefty social justice words coming out saying, "Oh, you ain't African and this and that." And it's like, how are you gonna say that? But then you're like in hardcore little lefty social justice warrior. But when it comes to things like American, what if a white dude said, "Oh, you're not American. You're African" to some black guy? It's the same thing. He's born and raised in Africa. He's African. That's all he's saying. And he regards the belt. They don't live to bring the belt back. They live in New Zealand or they live in America. They train there. So I completely get what he's saying. It just every time you see something like that, then they get all sensitive because it's a white guy talking about this and that. And I'm glad he's ruffling feathers, getting people to expose their true colors. My final thoughts is Merab.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, man, we were on the train for the whole time. How long have we been on the Merab train?
I've been for a minute. Man. Yeah, for a minute. Well, I'm biased though. In fairness, I am biased.
I've been saying, yeah, you biased. He's out in that New York clique. I was saying, give him O'Malley. Give him O'Malley. Let him expose this clown. And there's a reason they kept him far away, because he would destroy O'Malley. Destroy him. I say this though, the Peter Yan wins Aljo has, they're not looking too good. After seeing him lose to O'Malley, but even if it's a close fight, O'Malley has no business being in a top spot like that. Like he's like barely a top 10 fighter. If you put him against Vera, put him against I don't even know, but put him against elite top 10 fighters, he loses. He squeaked out a win against Peter Yan, but he didn't go through the gauntlet. And now Merab goes in there and destroys Peter Yan worse than Aljo did. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, he destroyed him 50-45. Wasn't even competitive.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised by that. I'm not. Merab he's just that guy. And Yan is training with the guy that figured out Yan, which Aljo did. Right? Aljo understood, okay, in the second fight, this is how you beat this guy. He figured out the formula, and he basically says, hey, this is how you beat him. Use that cardio on top of it. You're going to dominate, and that's what he did. O'Malley fucked up. And let me say why O'Malley fucked up. He's sitting at one playing video games. He should have got on that fucking mic after his win against Yan and fucking went all in and says, I want the belt. He should have cut a promo right there and say, I am next. That's what he should have. Instead, he decided to say, oh, hey, I'm going to sit back. And now what happens? He got pushed back to number 2. There's 2 wrestlers ahead of him. He's fucked. He's so fucked. With Cheeto creeping up behind him. He's got 2 wrestlers on top. I don't know what O'Malley's going to do in this situation right now. I think it was a complete misplay. I understand Aljo's probably going to beat O'Malley, but you had to take the shot. You had that chance. You should have fucking sniped at it. And now it's like, it seems like the division's going to slowly pass him by if he sits idle.
Yeah, even Sandhagen. I got Sandhagen beating O'Malley. I mean, I don't know what O'Malley's gonna do, but he's just gonna wait around for a title shot. That's his plan. Just wait, and then he's gonna get destroyed. The title fight, being inactive. I don't know. That's just not a good look.
Well, the good news is he does have a following, and I think he's relying on that. And the UFC does like him because of his what he brings outside of the UFC. But I feel like just couple of misplays on the mic. You know, I really think he could have put himself in play, but now he's 2.
Yeah. My final thoughts. As far as that Merab thing, I don't think it was a case of, he showed him how to beat him. I think that's just how Merab fights. You watch Merab's fights, that's his style. Every single fight, come forward, takedown, high gas take. I mean, that's just Merab's style. And Peter Yan, I don't know what the deal is with Yan. Is he done? Or what's he gonna do? It's 3 losses in a row. Mind you, it's to the 1 and 2. But how do you go from former champ to this? I don't know what they're gonna do with Yan. He's gonna have to take a step back, give him a layup, get his confidence back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll leave you to it. The next I call in. You know what I mean?
Okay, Kevin, get out of here. Controversial Kevin. That's what we should call him. Controversial Kevin. I don't disagree as much as I want to disagree with him in certain situations. I think Merab would have won either way with Yan, but he dominated every round in that fight because of Aljo. Listen, when you got the champ in your camp and the champ had figured out Yan, he had 2 chances to do it, and the second time he got it done. The first time he tried to go all out, he burnt himself out, and Yan starts running away with the fight. Illegal knee happens, everything falls apart. But in the second fight, Aljo hung on, out-grappled him, and just had that control time that got him the victory on Yan. And yeah, Merab has that formula too, but I think he dominated more because of Aljo being in his corner, for sure. It's wild, man. That bantamweight's crazy because now you got those two friends that don't want to fight each other. It's weird, and I do feel like it bothers me. If I was a Sean O'Malley fan, I would be frustrated. I'd be very frustrated. But I guess Sean's very smart because the Cheeto loss, he made it like a win, right? He finds ways to do that with his audience, no matter how many times Sean loses. He's got the boys. He's playing Call of Duty, he's got that thing going. He's got the hair. He's got the gimmick. He's got the look. He's so awkward on the mic, and I think awkward people on the internet relate to that, So he has that. But, man, it frustrates me because I would have liked to see Sean say, let's go. I want the title shot. Instead, he sat back, and now he's got two guys that wrestle ahead of him. And like I said, Cheeto's, he's chomping at the bit to get back at him, It's rough to be Sean. Like, look at these rankings. Like, where does Sean O'Malley fit in all this? It's like Kevin Lee. You got Vera at 3. Jan just dropped down to 4. Sean sitting at 2 and Merab 1. I mean, he's surrounded by sharks. And Aljo is the champ. He's surrounded by sharks. I think the best possible scenario is Henry beats Sterling and then O'Malley fights Henry. And I understand Henry's a wrestler, but I do feel there is a significant size differential between Sean and Henry that who knows? If Sean stops a bunch of takedowns, who knows? Maybe he's just too big for Henry. I don't know. Maybe that's his best path. Or if Cheeto Vera somehow skips the line and Sean can redeem himself against Cheeto, I don't know if Sean beats Cheeto. It's tough, man. Where is Sean's path to victory in the chat before we get into the next call? Like, what's his path to victory? Who does he have to beat to get there? Who needs to be the champ? Does he have to fight one more? Does he sit idle and wait for the right opponent to pop in there and then he can fight them? But yeah, I wish O'Malley was a little better on the mic. I know he's just being himself. Just a little bit better. It would help tremendously. Let's see who else we got on the phone lines here, and let's get out of here, baby. We got Tropical Tom. Tropic Tom, what's up, man? Let's see who else we got on the phone lines. Tropic, you there?
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, man?
A long time no talk. Oh, well, yesterday was a bitch. It was like 2 exams, and I had to fill out some other complicated bullshit. But now I'm into spring break, so I finally had a chance to make some memes.
Nice.
And make a phone. Anyway, yeah, I really like Vera. I don't like too many fighters, but for whatever reason, I like him. I saw his interview with Rogan a while back, and dude's pretty cool. Have you ever seen any of his link to your interviews?
Yeah, I think he's pretty funny. Yeah, he does seem like a cool dude. He's grown on me. In the beginning, I didn't really know much about him, but you can't deny his skill. And now when he's interviewed, he's funny, man. He's feisty.
Yeah, well, that not only that, I've seen other people with their comments about him. I just feel like he's like a guy that just doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. And every time you watch him fight, he looks like he never looks like he's under duress. He just he looks like he's just lurking, just waiting, waiting for the other guy to fall apart, and then he jumps him.
Yeah, he's a beast. He is. He's a legit contender up there, and he's got himself in play, man. One fight away, and he's fighting for a belt.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to do against Merab, but I think he takes care of Sean O'Malley with no issues at all.
Yeah, I would like to see them run that back for sure. For sure, man.
I haven't had much time to enjoy the streams. Did you already cover The Last of Us? I know you guys said you watched it all.
On the second channel, a little bit, but I think probably the next stream, I'll really dive. I want to give everyone a chance to catch up, but I definitely want to talk about it because I have a lot of thoughts, for sure.
Are you Team Bill or Team Frank?
Team Bill or Team Frank? In Last of Us? Yeah. I don't even know who is Bill and Frank. Why am I don't even know who that is.
One of them's the bearded gay guy, and the other one's the not bearded gay guy.
No. Well, I like the guy that was the funny guy, the bearded guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You like the prepper.
Yeah, he's my guy. Yeah. He's a funny dude, whatever his name is.
There you go.
All right, Tom.
Yeah, I don't want to type. Oh, quick thing on the gaming front, if it didn't already pop up. There's a demo for Resident Evil 4
Okay.
That's a free demo. So that's something you could spin up just to give the people some entertainment. It's pretty decent to watch people play.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe we'll dabble into that. All right, Tom, man. Thank you.
I'm going to bail.
All right. There's Tropic. You know what's weird? Like, we're not really getting much for UFC 286. We just had a whole discussion on bantamweight. We just spoke about video games. Are we really that pumped up about UFC 286? All right, we got 2 more here, and then I'm getting off. My dinner's ready. Here we go. Damn Savage.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
So, you really think McGregor, if he gets the win over Chandler, he's going to go after the fucking welterweight title?
God knows. God knows. I think, honestly, I think the UFC is going to throw him at... No, I think the UFC is going to throw him at Islam. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's too much money there with all the fucking history between Khabib and him.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, come on. Usman gets his belt back. No way fucking McGregor's going to fight him.
Yeah. And Leon is same management, too. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not... Never say never, but I don't know. It seems weird.
Oh, that's if McGregor can even get back down to 155.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many what ifs. We have to get this Chandler fight out of the way. That's what we got to do. We have to. There's so much what if scenarios right now. We don't even know if McGregor is ever going to get tested again. And if he doesn't get tested, he's not fighting. You know, so it's like we just need him to. We need to see him in the cage against Chandler. So fingers are crossed.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know with Chandler. He's so fucking hit and miss. I know he's probably going to try and stand with McGregor and fuck up and get knocked out.
I mean, it seems like that's his style. I mean, a lot. Even you heard Eddie Alvarez when Eddie Alvarez was saying, if he takes him down, he wins. It's that simple. Eddie knows.
Yeah, but
Eddie made the mistake.
Chandler can get stupid sometimes.
Yep. True that. True that.
And fucking for the bantamweight, if fucking Cejudo wins, I think Cejudo should fight Merab and have just Sugar fight Cheeto for the rematch. Or maybe for interim or something.
Yeah. Cejudo, man, what does Aljo do? Well, Aljo's, his strap is vacated. It's gone. I'm not vacated. He loses it, right? You don't think they try to run that back?
I think he'll fucking hand things over to Merab. Be like, I'm moving up to 145.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious. Aljo's getting a little older. Yeah, maybe Aljo just calls it quits or something. Who knows? I'm very curious what happens. That's another thing, man. We need to see those guys fight. It's in Jersey. And then after that, a lot of questions. A lot of questions at bantamweight.
Yeah, you see, I think I brought this up to you or the Snosia. Umar Nurmagomedov called out Merab.
Yes, I did see that. And take my money. Like, I would watch that. That's fun.
Yeah, that would definitely be a fucking banger.
Yeah, that is a good one. That is really good. I kind of hope that Merab gets the belt and then Umar fights him for that belt. I think that's just so much fun.
Yeah, another fucking one of Khabib's boys with the belt.
Yep. That's a fight right there. That's a fight. Those styles would just collide, and it would be pretty interesting to watch.
Yeah. All right. I won't take up more of your time, but lastly, did you know Kainoda, the deeply closeted gay man? He just told me in the Discord DMs.
He's gay? What?
Yeah, he's deeply closeted.
Oh my god.
I don't know. He doesn't want to come out. He's afraid. But Kainoda, it's okay, man. We're not going to treat you any differently. Be gay, brother.
That's right. Be free.
Suck that hog.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Later, stop nuts.
There's Damn Savage coming in. Look at that. Be careful. That's our moderator. He found out that Kainoda is homosexual, which is completely fine. We have no issues with that. All right, let's take Canada, and you will be the last call of the evening. Canada, 2 joints. You there, bud?
Christopher, buddy, how are you doing today?
Hey, man, I am wonderful.
Awesome. I won't keep you for too long. I know Jessie's got one of her top-notch meals ready for you, so
That's
just
right.
a couple of quick points.
Okay.
I'd like to say Davey Grant's submission in the last couple of seconds of that round was the submission of the year. And I don't think there's really any other fights that you could look back and say there was one better. I mean, just a flip of a switch, the fight wasn't going his way, and then he ends a guy just before the end of the round. You know what I mean? And the UFC female fighters should be very, very lucky because of the Dagestani religion. That Khabib doesn't send 6 or 7 of his bitches over to the UFC and kicks ass. I mean, they can't show their face, right? So obviously they can't fight. But could you imagine, Christopher, a bunch of Dagestani female fighters in the UFC? Like, let's get real. Like, okay, because of the religion they can't, but could you fucking imagine these neckbeard chicks coming out?
You're saying the girls will have beards as well?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, it's a different religion, so that's what holds. If you know what I mean. I just think it was fascinating when I thought about it the other day because I come up with some fascinating thoughts.
Okay.
And so anyways, yeah, I'll just end this call here after this comment, but that was just hilarious. You know how sometimes people make mistakes, Moss, and it's on the internet forever? You've told me this before in the past, and I've learned from my fuck-ups, but this shit with Guru acting like a complete James Corden, autistic, obese, oatmeal-colored fucking loser move like that, like when you get professional fighters saying what a stupid thing that was to say, that's just awesome. That's karma plus, man. For all the times that fucking obese mule has said shit about you and Jessie, and it's karma, baby, and it's wrapped up in a nice big fucking hot dog wrapper for that fucking obese mule to eat because he gets what he deserves. You know what I mean? So,
Well, yeah, I listen. I don't give a shit what he says about us, to be honest, because we fired shots at him as well. So it's all good.
Moss, I do understand you have to be kind of biased because this is your channel and you have to, as they say, sleep in the bed that you make. So you have a lot more pullback than maybe a bunch of us fucking clowns. I mean, because really he gets what he deserves. And just a big shout out to all those people in your chat room off to the side. They're just tremendous, wonderful people. And I think I'm going to let you get to your meal, Moss, because you're a growing boy and you need to eat. Okay?
I know. Okay, thank you. There's 2 joints coming in. Look at that. Wow.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Listen, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Sometimes you gotta get out there. You gotta be as over the top as possible in certain scenarios. Sometimes you forget that you're on camera, and your true feelings come out, and you know a lot of shit happens. Who knows? Whatever the situation was, it's working for him, and he's growing, and his community is tightening up, and that's good. There is a downfall. There's a downside to everything. Especially if you get quick growth in something, or if you get easy money in something, there's always like a downside. And the downside is losing respect with all the athletes that you cover. That is an interesting trade-off. But he said in his response to us as well, he is fine with being the meme. He is fine with being the butt of the joke.
Stupid little cuck bitch. You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck!
He's fine with it. So if he's fine with it, then, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's not like he signed up for it. So it is what it is. I saw Sober Carl. We'll call Sober Carl real quick. He always comes in like at the end, the tail end. Carl, you there? Let's see. Going once. Oh. Going twice. Oh. Okay, we tried, Carl. I did see that beautiful wolf avatar. All right, guys. It was a blast hanging with you guys. Thank you to all the donators. Really appreciate you guys getting us closer and closer to our goal. And then the super chats came in as well. Very humbled by your generosity tonight on a Wednesday show. I'm going to keep working on McKinney because I see you guys are interested in that. You know, you like a little bit of that drama, that little side stuff. And I think McKinney is going to be a very interesting interview. His rise up to the UFC, his ups and downs in the UFC, and his interactions with certain personalities in the YouTube world. So we'll be talking to Terrence, dragging him on the show. That's going to be very interesting. UFC 286 is this Saturday, and we are giving away God of War on PlayStation 5. So if you want a chance to win that, make sure you're subscribed. You hit the notification bell. If you did not hit the like on this stream tonight, most likely you'll die in your sleep. So please hit the like button because I don't want anyone to die in their sleep. It's just not, you know, I kind of need you here. So no dying in sleeps. And thank you to our sponsors once again as well. MyBookie.ag, CBDX.com, Sheath Underwear, Head Rush, ESPN Plus, The promo code is MMA-HOLES. I got to get out of here, guys. I'll see you on Friday. Tomorrow is St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if we'll do a surprise stream late. We got family coming over, but if we do, it's on Not the MMA-Holes. That's our second channel. We play video games over there. It's called Not the MMA-Holes. We were playing UFC 4 on there, and I won the belt last night.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Well, I'll see you on this channel on Friday for Fucar Friday. And don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole. Whoa. Whoa. My stomach just jumped into my neck.
Wonderful, wonderful.